guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy. Wait, what's the show?
3, 2, 1.
Didn't sound like you did the last one.
No, wait, what? I think maybe you did an extra one. Did we do 4? I did the last one.
We did 3.
I did the last one. We were just perfectly right on.
Wow,
We were just totally fucking... We're totally in stink, like the band.
Instinct.
Like the band. Oh, see, but when I don't have myself... When I don't have myself monitoring at all, I sound insane. Okay. Yes, I want it that way. I was listening to you do the in-sync joke. Well, I guess it was more of just a reference, but
Just, yeah.
I suppose
really a
it
joke.
was intended for the sake of humor at its
Sure,
core.
I suppose, maybe.
At its core. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's gone.
Why don't you introduce our potting cast for everybody here?
Let me see. What can I find this thing really quick?
Well, I guess that would definitely be one way to introduce the podcast by doing a Google search or a DuckDuckGo search. What exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for a description of what our podcast is? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Movies Over.
I got it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't actually trying to step on your shit. I was just pretending to be impatient.
Because you go podcast and the podcast and the movies over my hammy. I am Andrew, Prince of the podcast and defender of the secrets of Castle My Hammy. This is Adam, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret menus were revealed to me the day I held aloft my microphone and said, by the power of my hammy, I have the podcast. Adam became the mighty BattleAdam. I became Andrew Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Kelsey, and Orko.
So I think that this is great. It's really funny. It would be better if you weren't cracking yourself up so bad. Like I could barely make it out. Like I can't, like it's so funny and good, but the people listening are just going to be like, God damn, Andrew really thinks he nailed that.
I sure did.
But no, I mean, as you can see, if we clipped that, you can see that I'm enjoying it too. I can barely keep my eyes open. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, just clean it up in post. Put the song over it and make it sound good.
What I'll do is I'll double you. I'll like do 2 tracks of you and like boost it up and like put a bunch of reverb, and I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But that was a good introduction.
Yeah, here you go. Together, we record the podcast Movies Over My Hammy from the evil forces of Joe Rogan. He-Man. Is that good? Is that a good way to end it?
That was great. I enjoyed the whole thing. Like it kind of feels like after the break where we talked about it, you came back and then you said, and you were like, "Hey, was that fucking good for you?" Yeah, dude, it was fun the whole.
Okay,
I had fun the whole time. Like, unlike this movie, He-Man. No offense to all of the good people who made it and will not be making a sequel more than likely. So this week, before
kind of a bummer, honestly. I did not hate the movie.
I think
it's sad how much setup there is for another one.
I hated 1/4 of the movie, I would say, and then I found the rest of it to be pretty good. But we're gonna talk about that, and we'll have fun talking about that because I am a bit of a He-mite. I'm a bit of a He-Man. Mm-hmm. That's what they call people who enjoy He-Man. They're the He fans. They're He-mites. I'm just kidding.
That's what we call our fans too.
No,
Hamites.
Actually, it is Movies Over My Hamites, and I'm in the Zoom. I am Prince Adam, my hammy of Hammy-turnia.
I guess a real intro is I am Andrew. This is Movies Over My Hammy. My co-host
I'm Adam. Hey, I'm Adam. No, I think you did. No, I think it would have been fine. Like, but yeah, I am Adam.
That intro's enough. So we take a movie and we compare it to the tie-in menu. This week we did Denny's, is why I did that other one.
Yeah, we did Denny's with the Motu, the Masters of the Universe 2026, because this is just the regular ass podcast this week. They had and not only is it the regular podcast, but it's a fucking Denny's tie-in, dude. That's where it all began. We're going back to our roots in the booth at Denny's. I'm assuming you only choose a booth as well, because only a psychopath or somebody that requires accessibility would sit at a table.
At mine, you could also sit at the bar, which truly does seem like the psychopathic option. I don't think there's an accessibility issue there.
No, I definitely,
just if you want to stare the one guy who's working in the face while he cleans silverware.
If I want to make a less risky edit of this situation, I would just say sitting at the bar is psychopath behavior. Tables and booths are for the normal people who are all good regardless of anything they have going on.
Yeah. And if you want to sit at the bar, that's fine. Whatever.
So
if you want to feel like a cool cowboy when you eat at Denny's,
you should definitely. And they make you don't even need spurs to sit at the bar. The spurs are no longer. They said we no longer require spurs down at the old Denny's.
Yeah, so I pull up to the Denny's, take my seat at the bar, spit on the floor,
and then they
say, "Give me a sarsaparilla."
Well, no, I have to say, "Give me the house spurs to put on my boots," because I don't have any.
Give me the house spurs.
Give me the house.
Poke my horse with them. When you find out what spurs are for, it's like really bad. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not great,
horrible, but it's like it's not good.
It's not great. You know, it's like a little pizza cutter that they have for you to jab a horse with, and you have one on each foot.
Why do they gotta move? Like, why do they gotta rotate?
Oh, that I don't know.
Like a pokey that you poke. Like,
I thought you were talking about the horse.
Thing's bad.
I thought you were saying why does the horse have to move? And I was like, I guess like in a communist society that I would like, the horse maybe doesn't need to move. But capitalism.
The stronger horses will do the movement that like the weaker horses can't.
Yeah, there you go. And the weaker horses, they just play canasta all afternoon. While the stronger horses
do another thing that they're good at.
They never become glue.
Yeah, we don't need glue in this society.
So
everything holds together.
I'm going to cut out where I said "so Andrew" for a second before, like, I was trying to shift the conversation, because I'm bad at that. Because I've got to realize that these podcasts, there is no reins. There's no, we're off the rails, and that's what people like. People don't want the rails, But last time we spoke,
people rail against the rails.
They certainly do. They wail when they rail against the rails while they're wailing. Also whalers are bad.
Snail in there or something.
Snail, whale, rail, mail, hail, kale, scale, Los Angeles, hail. So is the podcast them saying words that rhyme at each other? Is that what this is?
Seems to be.
You'd be surprised. So, God damn it, let me ask a question. Last time we spoke, and that is not the question yet. I understand. Somebody says, "Let me ask a question," and it starts with a statement. Last time we spoke, you were in this very room with me and your delightful wife, Kelsey, and we had a good sweaty old time talking about Spider-Man. You've had a few, almost only a few days back home in the old Minneapolis, as the locals call it up there, or Murderapolis, as they called it in the 90s. So what? How have things been since you've been back home?
Good. The cat's good.
Was he mad?
I'm just tired. He was mad, but he was better than the last time we left him for a few days.
That's funny.
He's snoozing on a chair right now, which is good.
That's so funny. I won't hear him clanging his little mousey around or whatever on the floor in the background.
That's the hope.
That doesn't happen anymore. You're doing a great job filtering all that stuff out. It's funny because our remote podcast recording actually sounds better than when we're all in the same room. because I'm just such a loud, fat fucking lout that I turn up in everybody's microphones to the point where you're like, why does the one time they're all together sound like shit compared to the absolute pro sound that
it must be because that guy is fat.
It must be because of his fat, sweaty, and bald. So I don't like to talk about being on the toilet, but I was on the toilet earlier. And I looked at the shadow of my head on the door of the bathroom door, and it looked like Aang's head from Avatar, The Last Airbender. Like, because I have big ears like Aang does. They make jokes about it, and I'm bald now like Aang is. I don't have the arrow on my head yet, but I'm considering it. And it was so crazy. It was like,
and you were like, I'm currently mastering the art of water bending.
Shit bending.
Some earth bending out of me.
Bio bending. Ooh. Actually, it would all be water bending. Considering what I've got going on, it's all just all water bending.
No.
Doesn't matter what orifice it comes out of, it's fucking wet, dude.
When I go to the bathroom, it's sadly a practice of blood bending.
So, oh god, dude, then you take it too far, and I get it because you've never done comedy professionally. I know where the line is.
I've seen blood before. It's horrible.
Oh, me too. Recently, there's always an acceptable amount of blood, though, right? I mean, I don't, and I'm glad I was touching my nose during that because we will not be clipping that for sure. Talking about blood shits. I'm glad you guys made it back. I hope you had an enjoyable time while you were here. The recording was a little chaotic, but I look forward to us having guests. I want to have some local guests on in the studio in the future, so I'm glad that went well. Yeah. I had a bit of a double blunder this morning. I went to Wendy's, which I do every Saturday and Sunday morning. I'm absolutely unhinged.
That Minions menu?
Well, no, I'm cool with the Minions menu. I've had my time with the Minions menu. I am looking forward to watching. Well, I'm not looking forward to watching Minions and Monsters. I'm looking forward to having another week of stuff to talk about on the podcast. And I do like the Minions. The Minions are funny. I agree with Scott Aukerman and Paul F. Tompkins. The Minions are funny.
I was over at that Universal and I kept seeing them crazy Tic Tacs, and I was like, these guys are.
They got the big Minion. They got the big Minion looming over the interstate too. That's been there forever. I like it too. I like the Minions. I think they're funny. But I went to Wendy's. And I got to the drive-thru at 6:05, as I usually do. And I'd been waiting at home for the app to turn on and allow me to order. So I got there and I said, hey, mobile order for Adam. And it's the same lady. It always is on Saturday and Sunday. She said, oh, okay, pull forward. And I pulled up to the window and she looked at me and she said, David? And I was like, hey, I think it's sad that we know each other. For me, not for you. Like you know, but you know I'm Adam. So
Prince of Eternia.
Yeah, Prince of Hammy Eternia. And she said, I don't see an order for Adam. And then I went, oh, that's because I didn't actually hit order on the app. So hold on. So then I hit order on the app and it was fine, right?
And she says 45 minutes.
No. They're quick. They're good at the Irwin. Yeah. They're good at the Irwin and Sepulveda Wendy's. And
shout out.
Yeah. If you ever want to kill me, you could just show up there between 6 a.m. and 6:30 on a Saturday or a Sunday and just get me after I go through the drive-thru. Or
use
before.
Code Adam buy me Frosty and he'll do it.
Yeah. Pay it forward. If you kill me, you get a Frosty. That is what happens at Wendy's. I have that set up with the people there. But then I get home. I am waiting for you. You're a little bit late. That's okay. You were traveling. You got a sleep disorder. It's a whole thing. I get it.
It's true.
I'm not on any big schedule today. I kind of build my whole life around the fact that I do not have anything to do on Sunday. And so then I'm waiting for you to text me back. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. And then I look. Oh,
that's good. I was wondering.
Well, I always do for the podcast. Well, I always do. But the thing is, yes, I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb. But that's only because I'm always looking at my phone or within eyesight of it. And so I was I was expecting you to join the meeting. So then I look and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I haven't got. And then I see 2 texts from you from 10 minutes earlier saying, hey, did you send the meeting invite? And I had not. This is Wendy's all over again, and then so I relived that traumatic experience, and now we're here where we're gonna talk.
What if the lady from Wendy's walked out like in my frame?
Well, that would be fucked up.
Adam?
That would be fucked up. That would be like a situation, like a yokai kind of situation. Like
she's a being outside of time and space.
I realize not everybody's a weirdo. It's funny. I used almost that exact phrasing to describe Andrew Cuomo to somebody on the internet but a moment ago. A being beyond time and space. But I said a ghoul between life and death. And
that does describe him pretty well. I think he'd be pleased with that.
Yeah. Well, I think that he should rot in hell. I don't.
He killed a lot of old people.
I would never like him to be pleased about anything as long as he lives. So I'd blown it twice, but now here we are, ready to record another episode, and we're doing the thing. We're comparing a Denny's item even. To a motherfucking movie that you liked, that I thought was pretty good, but I definitely I have notes for, and that's what's so sad about the fact that there's not going to be a sequel. Nobody's going to get to take my notes. We're not going to get to see.
What's also sad is I think my notes are the opposite of your notes.
Oh, really? You think so? Maybe, because
so. We'll see.
Well, and you got to understand, like, I know that. And we'll just talk about He-Man in a bit, because Brian from Guys talked about his experience of going to see it, and that there was like guys crying in the theater because they were like seeing a He-Man movie. And
having now watched this movie after hearing him say that, I'm just like, man, those guys need to go to therapy.
They have got they are so deeply sad. They are so deeply, deeply wounded in their life. Because I think that if I was watching it cold, having just loved He-Man as a child, and then you see this, I'd be like, oh, they honestly did better than I thought that they were going to do. But I think that the some of the choices they made, they took me out of it as soon as I was into it. But we'll definitely talk about that when we get to it.
I do not have any food news today.
No food news.
A double stacked He-Man day.
Oh, are we going to talk about the X-Men casting then? Did you leave the? Because we got to cover D23. That's something that we do every year. You didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. But I wasn't part of the podcast when we did that last year.
Toy Story 6. We got the Doom Man. Cool. We got Doom. We got Avengers Doom Man. And then they did a Vision. They've got a TV show. They've got a TV show about a Robo Vision. They've got all kinds of stuff going on, and D20, and they cast the
Kingdom Hearts game,
Kingdom Hearts anime, and they got the guy who plays the Wolfman he's Professor X now. Oh my God, not Lon Chaney. They're not doing a CG
Lon Chaney Jr.?
No, they're not doing a CG Lon Chaney Jr. As Professor X-Man. It's the guy from Lee Whannell's Wolfing Man. The Rabies Man.
A Jafar Jackson situation where it's some long relative of Lon Chaney's.
No. It's definitely a CG creation.
Jafar Chaney.
I don't understand that. I'm missing that reference, and I'm trying to have a funny thing to say to it, but it's confused me so thoroughly that
my air conditioning just kicked on.
Your air conditioning just kicked on?
I forgot to turn it off.
We're back after a little production meeting that we had to take off mic. I had said a bunch of woefully racist things, and then Andrew's air conditioner,
about the castings,
and then Andrew's air conditioner turned on, and now I've got to say all those racist things again. Oh my God, Sophie Sink. No, I'm just kidding. I
was like, that's not even her name. It's Sadie.
Sadie's sofa sink. So, one thing I really wanted to ask you about. How did you enjoy Universal Studios? I haven't talked to you since you did the thing.
It was good. I didn't ride many rides, but the ones I rode were cool, and I got to look around the place a lot.
So did you ride the Simpsons ride that made me sick?
I rode that first.
Was it a long wait?
It was like 40 minutes, which isn't like great, but that's kind of what the lowest was for any ride.
Yeah, that ruined. We went on the 30-second Harry Potter outdoor roller coaster right when we got there, and then we went on that Simpsons ride, and I just broke out into a cold sweat the second the fucking lights went down, basically, and was just
That's so weird.
Killed by well, it isn't weird because they literally say if you're motion sick, this is going to kill you. So it's like. It's decidedly not weird. Like it's so common. It happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of very cool, handsome, bald people that look like Aang in silhouette. And it's the first time. It's the first time they've seen their silhouette since they used to have hair and a ponytail and stuff. And it definitely didn't fuck them up to the point where they like got distracted and couldn't remember what they wanted to talk about. So you got to look around the place. That's great. What other rides did you ride since you only did a few?
We did 2 rides basically.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, there were long ass lines, and I just wanted to look around the place.
So Simpsons and what else?
We did the like Harry Potter dark ride.
Oh, the two that would make me the most sick. That's so funny.
Yeah, I was going to do the Adam 6 special.
I wanted to do the Mummy roller coaster because I've heard such good things about it.
Me too.
But it killed me I was literally sitting outside like vaping on a bench, like trying to fucking fight the nausea any way that I could while Brittany went and rode the Mummy ride by herself solo style.
We were there from like 10 to 5 on a Monday.
That is bonkers. That was
like a fairly long time.
But you also didn't do the tour. Like, I'm not trying to tell you how to experience things, but you didn't do the tour and you were there that whole time.
Yeah. We got some foods.
So you didn't see this
walk around the park.
Did you go to the Mario Cafe? Were you one of the 10 people that got seated to eat a mushroom cake or whatever the fuck?
We went to like a different Mario thing that was not like sign up a year ahead of time on our reserve list. There's a different one that's like a little cafe, and they give you these little bubble tea drinks that you can put like a Mario mushroom into or a little Mario star, and they change colors.
GTFOH MFer. Oh my gosh, that sounds rad as hell.
And then we got a fire flower pretzel that came with a trio of dips.
Wow.
I'm not going to say the price I paid for this pretzel was a good price, but
it was $30.
Giving me a trio of dips on every pretzel.
$10 per dip. The pretzel's free. That's what they don't tell you.
Pretzel's free. The pretzel's free. 3 dips.
When you buy 3 dips. Did you get a gigantic Simpsons donut? Did you pig and poop yourself? You didn't?
I was like, if I go see Adam after this, I will maybe buy this donut, but this will otherwise go into a trash can.
Oh, you were definitely at your Adam limit by then. I knew that we were. I did say, hey, if you guys want to hang out after a long day at Universal, you can. But I was like I am not hearing from him. They're done with me.
We were cooking all day. We forgot sunscreen, and then didn't want to buy it there and carry it around the park. Because I was just like, I don't want to carry a bottle of sunscreen around. I don't have a bag on me.
Well, hey, look, our fates are inextricably linked. You gotta take care of your skin, man. I don't want to have to.
I got the face sunscreen on.
Oh, really?
That's all we had.
Well, wait. Why didn't you just put the face sunscreen on like your ass or whatever too, or whatever else you needed?
It's like a different something or other. I don't know, dude. I'm not a lady.
Oh, I see. Lady stuff. No, that's
stuff.
Okay. It's the 1950s. We're ignorant to the ways of women. I'm
American, so I'm ignorant to anything that doesn't directly punch me in the face, basically.
Right on. So I'm glad you enjoyed Universal, but honestly, next time you go, I recommend doing that tour. It would have gotten you out of the sun for a while because the things are covered.
And I assumed it would keep us in the sun for a long time.
No, it's covered.
Because they're little cars.
No, it's got a roof on it.
Cover. Yeah.
When you walk around the park, there's no roof. But
That's
in the
true.
car,
It's so
in the thing, there's a roof, and it's and you get to take a picture like you're in King Kong's hand. That's fun.
Ooh.
And you see Bruce the Shark from Jaws, and they show you this.
I also thought it was going to be boring, and I was like, "That's the one that has the shark on."
I thought it was going to be boring as well. Actually, no, I didn't. I knew it was going to be fun because I've seen the opening to Full House where you see the shark jump out of the water at Universal Studios.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I'll go next time. I'll also go on the Mummy ride next time because here's the thing: we went, like I said, 10 to 5. Mummy ride just marked as closed until
Bullshit.
3 p.m.
Bullshit.
At 3 p.m. they start showing it as open, but it has a 90-minute wait time, and I was just like,
No, that sucks.
I don't want to start waiting in a line that's 90 minutes long at like 3:30.
So next time you go, if you want to replace Harry Potter with something else that is a long wait in line, but kind of neat, the Mario Kart ride or experience is
that was a 90-minute wait the whole time we were in the park.
and
well.
that does suck. And I think we waited over an hour when we went.
Yeah.
But with that one, you walk through multiple staging areas that are very well designed as far as being Mario Kart stuff. So there's like a ton, wherever you're standing, there's basically enough stuff to look at that you've looked at everything right before you have to walk more. It is terrifying in the age of being somebody who knows that COVID is still a thing, because at one point you're just in this big room with the people that are going to be on your session of the ride, and they're like explaining how the ride works and shit. And it's definitely just a big enclosed room when you're standing in there shoulder to shoulder with like 50 people. And what if it starts on fire or one of them has a disease? It was fun. Once you get in the Mario Kart, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, all the things about Harry Potter, whatever. It's bad that the lady's bad. I bought a ticket to the park. I didn't really buy a ticket to the specific
I don't think you have to say that
blah.
about Universal.
I know, but the staging area for that ride was quite cool. Like you just walk through the castle for a long time.
Yeah, I did.
It's neat.
I walked through the castle, and then I went to where you're a baby and you can't go on the ride, the little line where you wait for your wife to come out.
Baby line. It was called Child Split. I think
Child Split.
It was called, and Kelsey was like, "What the hell is that?" And then I was just like, "I think that's just where like babies go."
That's where Adam goes. It's if your head looks like Aang in silhouette, you go over there while your wife.
I did just see a bunch of people. And I was like, "Hey, look, Adam got a bunch of clones in there."
Solo rides.
That's other guys.
I have a baby's head, big fucking ears. Jesus Christ. So I'm glad you had fun. And
that area, I was gonna say, has all these areas that are, because they love to wind everything around in crazy ways.
They gotta wind you around.
But the way they rope them off is with chains that are magnetically attached. So what would happen is
you'd lean on
people would like bonk a bar hard, and the magnets are crappy, and they just let go. And then there's this area that's just open that now it's just kind of goodwill if somebody decides they just want to go into the express line or whatever. And so people just sort of are like, hey, I'm bored of waiting in line. I'm just going to go into this other line.
Waiting in line is for suckers, dude, when the express line is but a magnetic rope away.
I know, right?
Busting some magnetic ropes. That's what robots do. Robots bust magnetic.
It is stuck to me.
It is on my back.
It is stuck to my face.
It is stuck to my back and face.
I told you not to bust magnetic ropes
rope.
on my face again.
I told you to tell me when you would rope.
Order like a legend. Denny's joins forces with Masters of the Universe for epic flavor and value.
Woo! I read that like Patty Harrison and popcorn, epic flavor and value.
Let's see. I think I'm just going to skip this one. I'll read the descriptions of each of the foods when we come up to that specific part. But I had a little off format thing because I found a review of the entire menu
No, this is great because we've talked about Denny's a couple times, at least once already.
Yeah.
So we don't have to be like, it started as a Denny's donut hole. It started by a guy named Peter's Donut Denny, and then Denny bought it. Nobody gives a fuck, dude.
Man, it's so good that I replaced myself as Prince Adam and you as Cringer in the opening because he just did a Cringer.
And that's the thing. They blew it on Don't even. It's fine.
That part is a bummer
It's
to me.
fine.
I love Cringer.
Cringer turned into Battle Cat when He-Man would transform from. Yeah.
And they just made him kind of a cute kid cat. And I was like, no, he's a pussy. Like, that's his thing.
He's 35. He's like the same age or he's 27, however old Adam is. He was,
They grew up together. He was a baby
What the fuck, dude? Anyway, Denny's review of the.
So I figure we could. This is a long review because it covers every single item.
Lay it on me, bud.
We could just keep coming back to it as we're going through the show. And we can take breaks and we can come back. Not even the power of Grayskull can save Denny's Masters of the Universe menu.
Oh, no, it's a bad review.
Takeout.
Hold on. I was talking over you, and I would normally edit it, but did you just say this is a takeout review of the menu?
No, this is posted on The Takeout.
Okay.
Which is the name of a website.
None of this shit travels well, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
None of the fucking He-Man
not.
menu travels well.
Denny's calls itself America's Diner, and for the most part, I think that seems to be true. It has that quick service feel, servers bustling about, weaving around each other, sharp table corners, and wayward toddlers. It's sad to see Denny's closing so many underperforming stores, and it's hard to believe. On a busy day, it's like being at Grand Central Station, full of balancing acts and other agile tricks. So I get excited when Denny's adds new items to the menu. Chances are, that means I get to review them and, in turn, experience the joy of being in a busy place where everyone has one goal: to eat and enjoy. This time was extra special. Denny's is celebrating the live-action movie adaptation of the weekday afternoon cartoon series,
Whoa.
Masters of the Universe.
Whoa, weekday afternoon cartoon series? Fuck you, you AI motherfucker. Fuck you, dude.
The show was a syndicated, futuristic sword and sandal action series from the 80s that was the best kind of brain rot. It had a running hero arc, interesting side characters, and a massive toy line. Denny's new menu items have been created to celebrate the show's unique flavor and flair. The brand is always trying to improve itself with new food items. Denny's has previously offered a Star Wars-themed breakfast, for example. So this is the perfect opportunity. I tasted each one at my local Denny's. Are these items worthy of Eternia? Or is it all just sword and sorcery?
Okay, so he knows that it's sword and sorcery, not sword and sandal. But earlier he calls it sword and sandal.
Sword and sandal is a type of movie. Like Gladiator's a sword and sandal movie.
Well, He-Man is a sword
Like
and sorcery
Spartan.
movie. So he fucked it up out of the chute.
Yeah, I mean, sword and sorcery is how I would describe He-Man in general, not
Not
sword
the
and
movie.
sandal.
The movie is Guardians of the Galaxy with He-Man. But
Yeah. So I figure we could take, I don't know, let's go to the methodology part, and then when he gets to the items, we'll talk about our experience with Denny's.
lay it on me, bud.
I was excited to do this review.
Ooh, hold on. I love that. I was excited to do this review.
excited to do this review.
Channeling, you know who.
I have been a fan of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe for decades. First as a kid, then as an enlightened adult who appreciates the camp of it all. When I first heard that Denny's, one of my favorite restaurants, was doing a tie-in menu to promote the new live-action movie, my enthusiasm was through the roof. I made it a bucket list ambition to try everything on the chain restaurant's really big menu.
Hold on. First off, this guy, fucking A, dude. If that's your a bucket list thing, like a bucket list is like
favorite restaurants, Adam.
Like I performed in Mexico on like a terrace with dolphins in the background as the sunset. Like that's like a bucket list thing. Or like seeing an active volcano is a bucket list thing. Like maybe, it's two things. Maybe this guy's life is so pathetic that's
He's
his
one of the
bucket
guys who
list.
cried at Denny's.
Cried
Or
at He-Man.
At He-Man.
But
not
or
Denny's.
maybe his life kicks so much ass and he's already seen the volcano and he's already done the Blue
Yeah, he's
Origin
already
ride
been
into
to
space. But
I went to my favorite local Denny's restaurant in Signal Butte Road. I know it's Butte.
nah, it's
in
butt.
Arizona.
Fucking butt.
They have a robot busboy that's absolutely adorable.
That's like He-Man. He-Man would have a robot busboy. That's absolutely adorable.
I was worried that the new items were a part of the kids menu since Denny's does a lot for kids, even offering a highly customizable menu. I arrived unannounced, and the staff had no idea I was doing a review until after I sat down. Oh no, he said.
He sits down and then says, I'm doing a review.
I brought my sister along to help me with the food, but all opinions are my own. The Masters of the Universe items were not on the kids menu. There was an insert in the centerfold of the regular one.
I like the idea of a centerfold at a restaurant. Like, it's like, oh, look at that pancake. Oh, yeah. Like, you roll, you fold it out, and it's like, oh, that syrup dripping off that sausage.
I'd put butter between those cakes.
Dude, you always do too much. God damn it, dude.
I'm just like the most disgusting.
Oh, man, I want to stick my dick in that fucking potato. That doesn't even make any sense, dude.
I'll put sour cream in there.
Okay. Again, dude, it's fine.
So here's the thing about this review too. I read the first paragraph and a half, and I was like, "This is good. We should keep tracking this. This is paying off so much better. This sucks.
The only way it could be better is if he gets super racist at some point.
Yeah. Everything came out quickly to keep it hot, or frozen when ice cream was involved. I ranked the dishes on flavor, presentation, originality, and whether or not they represented the spirit of the classic show.
I thought he was gonna name art. Yeah, I was just like, come on, man. He's like, I did it on appearance and then 3 other things that Adam can't remember.
I did it on the classic movies over my Hammy scale. Appearance. Now, I felt that if a restaurant is going to dedicate a sub-menu based on Masters of the Universe, it should also celebrate the bombastic character that is He-Man. Value is also a consideration, although it wasn't a primary one, since Denny's is a chain that kept its menu relatively affordable.
Okay.
So that's his methodology.
Yeah, that's
so now we can talk about our things, and then maybe as we talk about an item that he's talking about, I'll cut in and say what he thought about it.
Yeah, and I think I ate it all. It was so long ago. I'm pretty sure
there's a lot on it.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't get the pancakes. I got the burger.
Yeah, so
my experience.
Let me run them down.
Lay it on me.
He-Man Battle Burger, a heroic stack of juicy beef, hand-pulled beef, and crispy bacon with barbecue sauce, lettuce, tomato, red onions, pickles, served with wavy cut fries. Eternia's premium breakfast slam, buttermilk pancakes crowned with mint chocolate chip ice cream and chocolate drizzle, served with eggs, hash browns, and your choice of bacon or sausage. Junior Grayskull's epic crackle cakes, 3 silver dollar pancakes drizzled with vanilla cream and topped with a magical burst of popping candy. Skeletor's dark shake verse, strawberry ice cream and blueberries collide in an electric shake topped with whipped cream and a crackling layer of popping candy.
Ooh, I liked that.
Eternia's Everyday Value Slam, a classic slam starting at just $5.99. Proving you don't need a king's ransom to eat like a protector of the realm. That one has nothing special. It's just they named it Eternia's Everyday Value Slam.
Wait, but no. Doesn't the pancake on it have a cringer load or something? Isn't there? Wasn't the
cringer busted on it? He did magnetic ropes.
He did
on
there. But that's just his animal magnetism, you know.
Eternia's Everyday Value Slam does appear to. No, the breakfast slam's the one with the mint chocolate chip ice cream. The value slam is just a value slam, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Just strange.
Which is fine. It's fine. I definitely so I got the burger.
Okay.
And
well, let's start with the shake because we both had the
the
shake.
Skeletor shake verse. The dark shake verse.
Skeletor's dark
shake verse. What a great fucking name, dude.
So did you think that He-Man the movie was going to be about multiverses because of like Skeletor's dark shake verse? Like,
No.
I genuinely thought a plot point of this movie was going to be that because of a menu item at Denny's.
There's multiple Skeletors. I'm
Yeah.
Skeletor with a weird hat. I'm Skeletor. And they do actually have Skeletor in a bunch of different outfits.
Which is good.
You know that they're going to do, like, I want that. I would definitely.
They do the Kang version of Skeletor where there's like,
There's one that talks like this.
I'm old for some
and
reason.
I'm dressed like a pharaoh.
I'm from the old verse, where the beach
that's
is the
a
whole.
pretty good old Skeletor.
The whole world is a beach that makes you old, and I sometimes sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. We'll get to that.
I hate the beach that makes you old.
Or yeah, there you go. You would have a
Only
conflicted
I
relationship
fell asleep
with it.
with my head in the beach.
Oh yeah, and then that's why he's a That's the Skeletor origin
That's
story
pretty good,
over there.
right?
Yeah.
Pretty good. I just came up with that.
Good job, dude. You should do a mini comic where that's what happens, and then we could
I'll
post it
pair up with
online.
M. Night Shyamalan and the French guy who came up with that comic that Old is based on.
So I liked the shake. I liked the stuff. I've decided that I like crackling and poppling stuff in my drinks.
Yeah. I thought it tasted like a it almost tasted like a smoothie that was not bad for me.
Yes, but it was.
Yeah,
It was
just
1,000.
bunch of ice cream.
I almost said 1,000 milligrams, but no, it's definitely it was 1,000 calories if it was a one.
So I found actually a Denny's employee posted how to make all these and like how they are presented to Denny's staff. So this one says, Skeletor is back and wants to share this scary good milkshake with Denny's guests. Our strawberry milkshake is mixed with blueberries, topped with whipped cream and popping candy, and makes a perfect dessert choice for guests of all ages.
Okay.
say
I see you, Denny's.
When I ordered both the slam that comes with the mint ice cream on top and the shake,
They made you
my
feel
server did kind of scoff.
you got a double take. And was your wife not with you?
No.
You were there by yourself ordering multiple ice creams.
When I went there, it was about to start raining. I brought an umbrella. I had to take the bus. It started downpouring, like the hardest it's rained in this city in like years, I feel like. And the bus, like the next 3 buses just didn't show up for me. So I was like at the bus stop for like 45 minutes.
Bus is like, nah, it's
Just a
raining.
Downpour.
Bus is
I
like,
didn't
not in
see
the rain.
multiple buses just not stop at the stop because they're just like, nah, we're not stopping.
It's rainy. Rainy.
So I showed up to this place like sopping wet. I had like some notebooks to take notes. Just
You have
gone.
multiple notebooks. You bring multiple notebooks in so people know you're doing a review. Like that one guy.
I need to let them know.
Yeah.
So I rolled in there just wet.
I'm wet and I need multiple ice creams. Thank you very much.
I thought this is funny in their little thing. It says, obsessed with hospitality. Obsessed with hospitality gold nuggets. And then it's a colon, and then it tells you how to make the drink. Liquids first. Pour 2 ounces of milk into a blender first.
Don't.
Add 1 yellow scoop of frozen blueberries and 3 level number 12 dishers of strawberry ice cream before blending on number 3. After pouring a shake glass and topping with a rosette of whipped cream, choose a pink or green popping candy pack and pour it over the top. Serve with a straw. Be sure to offer this popping treat to complete any meal.
So
it wasn't offered to me. None of the menu was offered to me, actually. I had to ask for it, which also made me feel like an absolute asshole.
you didn't have a centerfold that was like holding the Skeletor McShake tits? No.
And I was like, it's one of those ones where I was like, should I ask? And I was like, yeah, there is a big fucking He-Man in the doorway with Skeletor.
There's a standee. I think if you have a standee, you can't make me feel bad for asking. Thank you very much. And go fuck yourself.
That's what I thought.
I actually saw the description of the shake that you're saying. I saw it hanging from the little counter window over the shake station for them to make them, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of condescending." The way that they should do it more like medicinally. You know,
They
shouldn't
do
try and
it.
make it fun for the employees. It's not fun, I don't imagine. And
Yeah.
we'll get to it when we talk about the burger, but you never, like, I ordered the burger, and when I was watching the counter window, and at one point the cook and the server were standing over what appeared to me my burger with the top off of it, trying to decide what went on it, and they were like looking at the card and stuff. You don't want to see that. Like, you don't want them like burger.
Well,
like, and
the way it shows it is kind of insane.
I bet
where
it's
just
insane.
like-
You're gonna, yep.
It's just like bun, lettuce, tomatoes. Like, it's all just like
It looks like Burger Time.
exists, but like pulled apart.
Yeah, it looks like Burger Time. The game Burger Time.
Yes. Yeah.
Burger Time,
The
Burger
sauce
Time.
is just a drizzle floating down upon everything. else.
Acknowledge that you know what. Oh, that would be an addition to Burger Time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
At the sauce drizzles before the bun goes on.
Yeah, Burger Time, of course, where you have to walk over each of the parts of the burger and then it falls and makes a big burger.
Dude, the
Is that
first
what
few
you
times I tried to make burgers as a kid, I really fucked them up. I was just walking all over. I would just
you're
put the
walking
stuff
all
on
over
the
the
ground,
bun.
just walk on it, and Jesus, my mom was pissed, dude. I had to go to fucking counseling. It was a whole thing.
So it sounds like we both liked the shake. So it
Oh,
tasted like a really nice milkshake / thing.
And one thing that I wanted to mention about the dark shake versus shake is it was colored properly. And it looked like a Skeletor shake. They did a good job.
Yeah, it's purple.
It matched the Mattel Skeletor purple pretty good.
The popping candy
Was good. But I typically don't like fruity shakes. I want chocolate. If I'm eating ice cream, there's going to be fucking chocolate or peanut butter involved, typically. And so this was outside of my ice cream wheelhouse, but I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Yeah. I would never have pegged it for strawberry, like a strawberry milkshake with blueberries. I did not think strawberry was involved at all.
Yeah, fair. I just saw purple.
Yeah. It was quite good, though. And they gave me the silver shaker with the excess in it, and that's always fun.
I can't remember if I think I got that and I gave it to Brittany, yeah.
Yeah. So what did our intrepid reviewer think?
I don't know. How the fuck would I possibly? Oh, you're asking me. Okay, I'm sorry. You're setting up the. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're talking.
I'm sorry.
For the
I'm
benefit
sorry.
of listeners.
We'll fucking. It's good.
Naming a product after a villain is kind of risky. I think whatever.
Yeah, nobody remember, and the reason is because when they made that shredder salad at Wendy's and it had like razor blades in it, and everybody got their mouths cut up for the Out of the Shadows TMNT promo.
And then everyone who got past the razor blades got that like psychosporia or whatever.
Right? They were shitting blood, mostly blood. And it's like, remember the Don Corleone sub at Quiznos where they would just shoot you in the throat? Like you'd order the sub.
Horse head in the sub.
Oh, that's the horse head sub. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which you'd think would be
still on the menu.
You might think that. Well, there's no menu at Quiznos anymore, unfortunately. But horse head, you'd think that'd be like an astronomy sandwich, but no, it's just a horse's head.
Yeah, you think that's actually the nebula sandwich.
The horse head nebula. Yeah.
I think whatever it is should be bold. Almost dangerous, but delicious at the same time.
Almost dangerous? Like somebody holds a bag of broken glass over the thing, like, oh, maybe some broken glass got in this. Oh, kind of dangerous.
It has a razor blade in it, but only one. With an antagonist like Skeletor, who is as incredibly colorful as he is evil, there is plenty of room to be inventive in palette, as well as presentation. Denny's doesn't quite stick the landing with Skeletor's dark shake verse. It's basic. This $6.59 shake is made with strawberry ice cream and blueberries, with a rosette of whipped cream topped with popping candies. This is an okay flavor combination. You can taste both fruits, which go well together. But where's the flair? The excitement?
Where's the skeleton face? I wanted a skeleton to puke this into my mouth like I'm a baby bird. I expect somebody dressed.
One skeletal finger in there, please.
I expected this shake to be served out of Evil Lynn's butt.
So we actually sculpted, we had her into the studio. We sculpted a butt.
It's like that Jackass prank where the poop comes out, but it's a shake.
And it lands in the silver cup. And
that part was very important to you, and I understand that. I wish I had laughed instead of smiled.
It lands.
It's a wet slap.
The flair, the excitement. Is the concoction worthy of a supervillain like Skekator? Skekator! This was Denny's chance to get innovative. Also, a lot of like weird punctuation that you're not going to get. I'm trying to convey it in my delivery.
You're doing great.
This was Denny's chance to get innovative, period. The chain could add chocolate ice cream to the mix and use salted caramel sauce as a drizzle, comma, then top it with the sour apple popping candies.
But it would be brown.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
That would just be a different thing that like somebody who liked this one wouldn't like, probably. Like chocolate.
Yeah, they're doing a fruit shake, a purple.
I don't. Instead, Denny's is offering an unimaginative menu item that doesn't capture the spirit of Eternia. I love. Instead, they're doing this thing. Unlike my idea, chocolate ice cream with caramel sauce and popping candies, which would capture the spirit of
right?
Eternia.
Like he's like, so this is really going to inform how I talk about the movie, because I had like a lot of notes. Like if I was making the movie, this is what it would be. But no, that sounds pathetic when it coming from this guy.
The fantasy world where the show takes place. Oh yeah.
Well,
it doesn't capture the spirit of Eternia, the fantasy world where the show takes place. This shake feels and tastes like an uninspired cash grab. Ooh,
I don't like the fact that this person is comparing it to the show, not the movie. And I'm starting to get mad because obviously the thesis would be compare it against the movie, you fucking idiot. Not you, the guy you're reading the thing from.
So I figure we could jump to the Battle Burger, which you've had. I saw a review on Reddit where somebody just took a picture of it, and Spanky Rogers 69 says, "How was it?" And this person says, "Very good. The burger was stuffed full of moist meat, and the fries were better than most of the other fries I've eaten on average."
What an AI mother! I don't think that like, imagine how low you'd have to be to put your Reddit comments through ChatGPT, but that is what that person did.
Yeah.
And
burger was stuffed full of moist meat, and the other person says, "Sounds excellent. I'd be so full and happy after that."
So I
think there's sex happening there.
You think so? You think they're talking about fucking and sucking, not eating a burger?
The burger was stuffed full of moist meat.
Oh.
And then the reply is, "Sounds excellent. I'd be so full and happy after that." It's like a weird... That's just like a weird back and forth.
That's like AI code. That's two AIs trying to pick each other up so that we don't notice as people. Yes. Like, it's like, that's the AI version of like you tap your knee 4 times and then meet in the bathroom stall. Those AIs are S and an F in some fucking AI bathroom stall somewhere. I thought I took better notes about the burger than I did, but honestly, I do remember being unimpressed. As I recall, it was like
fine.
It was like very little of the additional meat or whatever that they put on it, and it was
I'll say from the description, it's weird that there's shredded beef on top of, like, it's just more beef.
Wait, how does it describe it? Shredded what?
Let me,
because it was actually like pork. It's like shredded pork, right?
Okay. No, it says, let's see. I'll find their one.
Okay.
This He-Man worthy burger comes with the classic toppings of a Denny's cheeseburger, empowered with bacon, shredded beef, and barbecue sauce, served with a side of fries. A steak knife right through the top of the burger holds it all together.
That's weird.
In super fashion.
Mine was missing something.
It's like shredded beef.
Yeah, mine had very little shredded beef and like almost no sauce. And part of the like a barbecue-y burger, is
like the sauce.
You drench it in the sauce, or all the beef, like your shredded beef, can become dry. And I just remember the burger not being great. For me, the shake was the standout.
Also, here's the thing that I guarantee they were doing in the back is there a burger? Is it just shredded beef?
I'm looking at this laminated card that I hadn't looked at yet, and no shade, because I wouldn't look at
this
the laminated card.
that everyone's been touching for months now. It's all grimy, and I can barely see like what it looks like anymore through the laminate. I know how those.
I
get
have
in
to
kitchens.
shred beef for a burger.
I have to shred beef.
Are you sure it's not supposed to be
burger?
Are you sure it's not supposed to be shredded pork? Because I've heard of that, like a barbecue pork on a burger. But really, shredded beef?
Shred beef?
Shred beef?
So here's what our intrepid reviewer thought. This is by far the best item on the new Denny's Masters of the Universe
Dumbass. He would think
Although
that.
it costs a pricey $17.79. This massive sandwich is full of surprises, much like He-Man himself.
I get it. Actually, Prince Adam is the one that's full of surprises. He-Man is pretty straightforward. He's very large.
He's just
he can smash
powerful
things.
Guy. Man-at-Arms is kind of full of surprises. He's got a bunch of crap in him.
And of course, Mecha Neck. He's got that neck.
He's got that neck in him. It's made with a delicious beef patty that is then layered with hand-pulled braised beef. Don't think that was ever in the description.
Beef.
Hand-pulled and braised. I think it is just shredded beef, as they said.
By a robot, for sure.
And since there is pot roast on their menu, I'm fairly certain they just take the pot roast and just chop it up a bit more.
Oh, definitely. The pot roast burger.
It has applewood smoked bacon, barbecue sauce, white cheddar cheese, lettuce, and tomato.
Wow.
Moreover, inside all of that are crunchy pickles and red onions.
Crunchy.
It's a daring sandwich that pays off flavor-wise.
Yeah, I got mine with no red onions because fuck that. I don't need my burger tasting like BO.
I don't know, because it sounds like the layering of flavors is a dopamine rush that only gets better. You have the juicy beef patty that's softly textured with the flavorful braised beef on the front end. The middle notes of pickles and cheese carry you into the back end, consisting of tomato and barbecue sauce. This is what you want when you think about a He-Man-sized meal. It's representative of his character, who turns from a mild-mannered prince into a massive gladiator holding a colossal saber and fights for justice. The He-Man Battle Burger also comes with wavy cut fries. I suggest opting for Denny's seasoned fries to complete the spirit of the meal.
So, couple things. I feel like that person has nothing in their life. And, you know, we joke about that, but I would
their
call
sister who's eating their meal with them.
Who's helping to help with the food. Like, I love that idea. Like,
she won't be speaking.
We're not going to be throwing away any of this. And she's definitely not going to get her ideas into this piece. This is all me, talking. Baby. You won't hear anything from the feminine perspective in this fucking review on the internet.
So we'll cut to my order here because I had the attorney. What the hell was it called? It's got a name.
The pancakes with the ice cream on it.
I had the pancakes with the ice cream
with the
on
mint chip ice cream for Battle Cringer.
I had the he-nut.
You had the he-nut? Dude, come on.
He-nut. He-nan.
He sure
Eternia
does.
Slams.
You had the
He-Man Eternia Slam.
He-Man Eternia
guests
Slam.
have the power. These breakfast entrees come with 2 buttermilk pancakes, a scoop of mint chocolate ice cream, and chocolate sauce. Then guests can choose the Everyday Value Slam. Okay, so that one does come with the ice cream as well. Mm-hmm. Or the Premium Slam. I think I got the Premium Slam.
Of course you would. You're not a baby. You're not gonna. You're not gonna spend less than $10.
I was putting it on the podcast account. Of course.
Yeah, go nuts.
So that one came with a bacon. It came with a sausage. Sausage better than I ever remember it being.
Yeah,
I will say.
I've definitely had good and bad sausage at Denny's.
Eggs. Only thing I'm really going to talk about, I suppose, is the pancakes because that's the only thing that's like new on that specific thing. But everything but the pancakes, I would say, was very good.
Good,
like Denny's Value Slams. The mint chocolate chip ice cream on the pancakes was a bad idea.
Not good.
It's strange. It's weird to have mint ice cream next to eggs.
Well, and that's the other thing. They should be on a separate plate.
It is on a separate plate, but it's just it's weird to eat mint ice cream and then go and eat some eggs.
And remind me, is it just the regular base pancake with mint ice cream? Oh, so it's not even like a mint ice cream or a mint. It's not like a mint green fucking pancake itself. That's stupid, dude.
Yeah, it is. Here, let me find the exact thing.
Running the risk of being this
pancakes.
Running the risk
with,
of
mint chocolate ice cream, chocolate chip ice cream, and a chocolate drizzle.
The drizzle.
Running the risk of what?
Huh?
You were saying running the risk
No,
of...
I wasn't. I edited that out because I was talking over you, and then I forgot what the fuck I was saying in the first place. So no running the risk. We're running no risks.
I also ran into the problem of I had a shake, and then I was eating pancakes with ice cream on them, and there was a point when I was just like, the shake is much better, and I've had too much ice cream.
So you
now.
just dumped the remainder of the shake on the pancakes to kind of sauce it up a little bit?
I just kind of had to make a decision on which ice cream I wanted to eat more of.
And which one you want to bring home on the bus?
Oh, yeah. Which ice cream pancakes I want to bring home on the bus. No, especially because I was trying to get over to the theater to see the movie in theater.
Oh, that's right. You were trying to do the Bang Bang.
Did not make it in time because I missed, 3 buses.
Because it was raining. You know how it gets. Once there's any rain, the bus system is fucking submerged in water.
Falls apart. So that one was...
Thanks a lot.
Thanks
a lot, Mayor Jacob fucking Fry, you fucking clown shit.
Yeah. Terrible mayor. Let's elect him again, I guess. I hate that guy. Eternia's Premium Breakfast Slam.
Ella, one second. Let me stop you right there. Sorry. Ella, who produced the podcast that we did on the most important election of our lives, she sells merch on her merch store that are like Mayor Jacob Frey is a terrible mayor and like shirts like that. So if you ever see somebody with a Mayor Jacob Frey sucks or whatever shirt, it's definitely Ella.
That's great. So back to our Eternia's Premium Breakfast Slam. So that's what I thought. But what did this guy think? Also, the one that he has a picture of in his review appears to have the popping candies on top of the pancakes.
I thought they were supposed to. I thought that was like...
It's not in any description, and the pictures the person in that Reddit post took of the how to prepare it cut off
doesn't include
how to actually prepare it. So I'm not sure. I don't remember mine having that. I have a picture somewhere that I could dig up and I could know, but it didn't stand out either way to me. Maybe this guy got the special treatment.
Or the people just didn't know how to make it.
A review.
Yeah, there you go. He sat down and said, I am doing a review for a message board.
This dish is visually striking, almost like the animated show itself. It costs $12.99 and comes with 2 buttermilk pancakes, eggs, hash browns, and bacon or sausage. No, it comes with both. But here's the twist. The pancakes are topped with a huge scoop of mint chip ice cream and a heavy-handed drizzle of chocolate syrup zigzagging across the top. It's a strange combo which had me scratching my head as to how it was associated with Masters of the Universe. I do agree with that statement.
Yeah.
I would never say it that way because
they should have called it Cringer Load or Cringer Cream.
Yeah.
Then you'd know.
Cream. I am a huge fan of Denny's pancakes, which rank pretty well compared to other chains. I'm a huge fan of them, and they rank pretty well. So strange.
But he's a mega fan of IHOP, dude. This guy has an IHOP tattoo on over his right eye.
They are light. He has it on his eye, and he's like, I like tattoos with double meanings.
I was taking a drink of coffee when you made that joke. It certainly wasn't.
Yes.
The joke didn't just eat shit with me. Like, I want you to know, I wouldn't have laughed even if I wasn't drinking.
Good. They are light and fluffy and just soft enough to absorb whatever is poured on top of them.
Oh my God, dude! You're
like the way you're talking,
you sick sir.
He's just saying this to the waiter. Oh, these are so light and fluffy, and I'm pretty sure they're soft enough to absorb whatever I pour on them.
If you know what I mean. Can I get an order to go for the boudoir?
The waiter's like, who are you writing this review for again?
Pancake fuckers. It's the Reddit thread. Our fat pancake fucks sirs.
Probably one of the more fucked foods, I would guess.
Well, again, to over the line,
that wouldn't hurt. Probably.
That's what you're looking for in a fuckable food, not hurting, dude. There's this whole world of feeling good. No. Like,
Well, when you think about most foods, they're hot or slimy in a bad way.
Dude,
or
you have that
hard.
you have that mental thing about food. I think you got to go talk to a doctor if the first things you think about food are slimy or hot.
You think I have the girl from If I Had Legs disease?
Yes.
It's like, slimy, gross. I hate food.
I want everything to be difficult for you.
Just sand. I want to eat sand. In this case, it's the mint chip ice cream and chocolate sauce.
I don't remember.
Okay, so yeah,
You read some stuff and then we riffed.
Yeah. So here's the problem.
Oh, in this case, the absorbing.
He just puts periods. Like they are light and fluffy and just soft enough to absorb whatever is poured on top of them, period. In this case, it's the mint chip ice cream and chocolate sauce, period. That's just weird. That's not
you kind of just picked
on
two
its
sentences.
own.
I don't know. It kind of feels like it was just two sentences, but I get
In
it.
this
You're
case-
looking at it.
No, but you have to have a subject and like a thing. Like in
what's
this
the
case,
other thing? A
it's the
subject
mint
and
chip
what?
ice cream and chocolate sauce. You have to be talking about a thing. You have to. I don't remember the words for it.
Me
But
either.
in this case,
And
it's
I'm a
the mint
master.
chip ice cream and chocolate sauce is not a sentence.
Well, you could look at it as the pronoun it's is referring to the subject of the previous sentence, so that would actually, I think, be the subject.
I guess it's a bad sentence.
It is not
In
a
this
great
case,
sentence.
it
This
is
person sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Unfortunately, this combo
Was
has
there a
an
period?
identity problem.
Was it unfortunately period?
No, it was. In this case, it's the mint chip ice cream and chocolate sauce, period. Unfortunately, this combo has an identity problem, period. While kids might enjoy this dessert as breakfast twist, comma, the adults will most likely pass on this indulgent meal, period. It got me to thinking if Denny's is trying to appeal to a new generation of He-Man fans rather than the old ones who grew up watching the show.
I think they just had ice cream that's green, and they thought, and the AI that they put all of everything about He-Man and everything they have at Denny's into to spit out the menu, said green
That didn't
ice
work
cream,
with this guy's AI.
green ice cream.
The mint chip ice cream was great, and it kept its shape even after several minutes atop the hot pancakes.
Shape. I get it.
The flavor combination wasn't bad either. However,
You
after
disagree.
the second bite, the mint chocolate chip ice cream was fine with the pancakes, but it's weird to
Next
serve
to
it
egg.
alongside a meal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor combination wasn't bad either. However, after the second bite, the overpowering mint flavor was too much. And the pancake lost its entire profile.
Oh, you should have dumped more syrup on it, you fucking pig. Why didn't you
This
just...
might have been better if the recipe had been reversed with a mint chip flavored pancake topped with vanilla ice cream.
I hate
period.
to agree with this guy, but that's exactly what I said. Is put it in the pancake.
But you know what I think? That would have kept the quirkiness of the meal while softening the effect of the mint.
This guy, you got to follow this person closely.
I know, I want to read every review he's written. All right, so that's what he thought of that. I'm pretty of the same mind. I would never in a million years say it in the way he has.
Well, yeah, you're not psychotic in that manner.
Neither of us tried Junior Grayskull's epic crackle cakes, but he did, and we've got his review here. Despite the fabulous name, this is another Masters of the Universe tie-in dish that is so incredibly lazy that one wonders how hard the Denny's development team tried to celebrate the iconic show.
I don't think they tried hard enough to celebrate the iconic show when they were thinking
How
of
dare
this food.
they ruined my childhood. They retroactively made my childhood bad.
Why'd you ruin my childhood with bad food, man?
This plate uses pancakes as its base. Denny's pancakes are already terrific, so building upon them feels a bit futile unless whatever's added is something fantastic or original. Sadly, the only original thing about this bore is the tiny popping candies.
What?
There's also like a white sauce on them, so there's like one other thing.
So the tiny popping candies, is this the same popping candies or is it different popping candies?
I think they kind of leave it up to the staff. Like, I think it's just whatever popping candies they have.
They leave
on
it up
them.
to the staff. Whatever kind of popping candies you want to whip up from scratch in the morning, that's like chef's choice.
Well, I mean, so this is the entry for that one. Junior Grayskull's Epic Crackle Cakes. By the power of Grayskull, our guests can enjoy a fun, crackling junior breakfast entree. This comes with 3 silver dollar pancakes topped with vanilla cream and popping candy. Served with a kid's side.
A kid's side?
Add 12 lines of vanilla cream evenly across the pancake, so each bite is consistent. Open 1 pack of pink or green popping candies.
Oh, pink or green. That answered my question. Good job, Reddit employee of Denny's.
What you get are 3 undeniably delicious silver dollar hotcakes covered in vanilla cream, a piped sweet and smooth topping that looks like a very underdeveloped buttercream. That is then topped with minuscule popping candies, which produce the crackle of the title. This dish will cost you a modest $6.49.
Underdeveloped buttercream. That's a disgusting way to describe that.
Also, buttercream is its own...
Barely legal buttercream. Jesus Christ, dude.
crap.
Fuck you.
This is nothing more than a flattened cupcake. The flavors are okay, but adding the candy, I think it was sour apple, was a mistake. On paper, this probably sounded like a good idea, but the result is a mix of flavors that just don't gel. You could probably get away with the pancakes and vanilla cream alone, and that would be fine. In this case, the fun factor is just a gimmick and not an enhancement.
I love the idea of the on paper, that's how it works. Like Denny's just thinks up these ideas on paper and just sends them out to all the restaurants with the ingredients, and that's it. And then they just figure it out from there.
Yeah. That's how they work it out. It's like, does this sound good? Yeah. Can we make it? Yep, easy.
Yeah. Just it's in the email. You got your Eternia flakes, right? Put them on there. Shit.
Yeah. So how'd you feel about the overall menu?
I thought it was fine. I did not like the burger. I've definitely had better burgers that are topped with other shredded meats. I did think the shake was delicious and kind of saved the whole experience for me. I've decided I like when things pop and crackle in my drinks. We'll talk about that as well on the Supergirl episode. But yeah, so I thought the shake was good. I think that I would have thought the I feel like I would have had a very similar experience with the pancakes as you and the reviewer that you 100% agreed with and are exactly like.
Yeah, I think he's probably really cool too.
Yeah, you want to hang out with him. You want to go back in time so he can be the best man.
Will not be speaking.
No, his sister who will not be speaking or having any influence over his decision. That's kind of how he puts it. He's like, I didn't let her
to eat food.
I didn't let her convince me of anything.
No.
So what was your experience with the menu?
I thought it was good.
I did get the seasoned fries. I did I do agree. I am also exactly like this person and agree with him 100%.
Yeah. I thought it was good. A little spendy for a meal at Denny's. One of the big things I like about Denny's is the typically pretty low prices, and all the items were kind of a little more than I would have wanted.
Once you get a shake involved, though, there's no cheap shake, baby.
I know, dude. The shake was the killer there. But it was very good. I enjoyed it. A weird combo. Though I would have finished it if I hadn't had other ice cream as part of that shake. There was a point when the sugar intake was like, I'm going to be sick. I'm starting to get a sugar rush, which I don't typically feel at all.
Oh, I like that. I like when my face gets hot. I like when my face gets hot because of something I ate, whether it's spicy food or sugar food. I just like it. I like it.
Yeah, but it was good. I like that they made new menu items for this menu.
We have to give it up to that because we complain if it's just a box or something. So when you do it right, and Denny's is the GOAT, they have done it correctly for many things.
I like that they tried. It seems like they tried to marry all of the items together in a similar thing with the popping candies.
Sure.
Minus the burger, I suppose.
Oh, they had I should have mentioned that. They put popping candies on my burger, actually.
Oh, good.
So that was something that I think was maybe just a little flair from the chef.
That's fun. I do like that then. What a great touch.
Pop. But there was blood inside the candy because it's for the burger, so it's like savory blood.
That's good too, though. I like that. The chef's blood, probably.
Skeletor teeth was another one that they had in there. Maybe those were just rat teeth. I don't know. I wasn't. I just assumed it was part of the experience.
We ate at a burger place in LA that I got a bone fragment in my burger.
Oh, yeah?
And it's just like, I guess this means that it was just freshly ground, but it is.
Well, no, it doesn't. That's not what that means. You can have an old bone in there.
I know. I was like, I could have broke my tooth on it. I didn't slam my bite down, so that's good.
Yeah, you got to be.
Just sort of find a like.
Especially at farm to table places, you got to really chew with your lips, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But what did our reviewer think? What was their final verdict?
I would fucking love to know.
In general, Denny's gets high marks from me for its jam-packed menu. Amazingly, the eatery can create so many finger foods, tavern fare, and full meals using its cross-utilization of ingredients. However, that could be the problem with its Masters of the Universe menu. Period. This themed menu only offers 4 options. 2 are pancake-based, 1 is a shake, and the other is a burger. I don't feel like Denny's needed to go all out, but it could have tried just a little harder.
Wow.
After all, the chain rolled out that incredible He-Man Battle Burger, and it doesn't seem like it added anything extra to its stock in order to create it. Another thing I wondered about was who the focus was for these offerings.
I thought he was going to say, who the fuck?
I will say that is an exact question I wondered about the movie that we watched.
Who is this for?
Who's the focus for these offerings? They weren't a part of the kids' meal. At least they're not marketed that way. But the fare is too juvenile for adult fans of the series. The food wasn't bad per se, mostly boring and lifeless. Masters of the Universe is a bold and vibrant hand-drawn animated series.
That battle burger is too juvenile.
No, that one was good, he said. I think all the ones where he's saying it's bad are the ones
that are the bad ones. Those are the bad ones.
He's like, how dare they make food for kids? This is a show for adults.
He's like Michael Jordan.
Babies.
He says, fuck the kids.
Yeah, have you met Evil Lynn? That's a funny name for adults.
I like how you picked one of the picked one of the least funny names. And we'll talk about it more, but I thought the names were goofy because Adam made them up in his head.
That's very good. But that's one of the best jokes in the movie.
Is it though? Because Evil Lynn, that's her actual name.
Called her name. Yeah, that's good.
And Skeletor is Skeletor's actual name. So to me, Skeletor and Fisto are the same goofiness. Anyway, we'll get to it.
I don't know. Even though the nostalgia is there through images and lobby standees, sadly, Denny's couldn't harness the power of Grayskull in its menu. That's something not even Orko could fix.
Oh, and then this guy's going to be really disappointed when he sees the movie and it's like Orko doesn't exist until the post-credit scene or whatever. And then it's like,
is like, hey, I exist.
You had Orko the whole time and you didn't put him in there because trouble doing magic. What the fuck?
And then he's got a nutrition breakdown that's not...
Don't give a shit about that. Let's talk about the movie. We're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Let's blast through this movie. It's about He-Man.
Yep.
As Adam, as a young boy on Eternia. Mm-hmm. And he's narrating. He's like, it's cool. Eternia rules. Fucking sick-ass score, because I think it's just taking the Flash Gordon score. Is that correct?
I feel like that now that you say that, when they've got Heroes of the Universe, the Queen song later, that does make sense. That, yes.
Also, like, every part just sounded like Queen to me, and it ruled. Like, it was really good. I was like, this is awesome. And he's on the place. He's his dad doesn't respect him.
He's a child.
He's a weak little boy. Bigger girls bully him in sword practice.
His dad is that Purfoy fellow.
Yeah, the dad's like, hey, I'm gonna fight you. I beat you, you dumb kid.
Yep,
I'm
you
not even gonna
fucking
look back
idiot.
at you when you're injured. Idris Elba's his teacher, who is Man-at-Arms. Very good kid casting when you see the adult. I was like, yeah, that does look like the kid version of that adult.
Yeah, dude, they did a good job.
But Kid Adam is all sad, and then they get attacked. The castle gets attacked by Skeletor.
And his all of his guys and his buzzsaw ships.
Guys, indeed. And there's a big fight. There's a good fight between Trapjaw and Man-at-Arms.
I gotta say, with Trapjaw, they did a really good job. Like, I wanted to think it was dumb, but like, What are you gonna do, dude? Like, no, Trapjaw was really good, and the fact that they set this up as like Trapjaw versus Man-at-Arms as like this fight that's gonna pay off at the end. Like, they did the stuff you're supposed to do with an action movie, but it's got He-Man characters, and I feel like I'm gonna like the movie more as we talk about it, because it is
Man-at-Arms whips Trapjaw's ass, and he's just like, yeah, fuck you, Trapjaw, I'm awesome, I'm here to protect the king, that's me. And then he looks down and Trapjaw's got a cannon pointed right at his chest. He's like, not today.
Trapjaw's actually like, no, you're not really hurting me. That was the thing. Like, then Trapjaw, like, he morphed and transformed.
He blasts Man-at-Arms. It's so sad.
It's a PG-13 movie, so he does not die.
His daughter comes back to get him. She was secretly watching all along. They escape from the castle as it blows up. Skeletor confronts the king.
King Randor.
He's got a good, weird voice performance.
I hate it.
Jared Leto.
I think it's bad.
I like it quite a bit.
It's bad and inconsistent.
He's a bad man.
So, no,
I thought it was fun.
It's bad and inconsistent. Sometimes it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and sometimes it's not. He does a different voice for almost every scene. I think it's bad, but I respect
I thought the character seemed like they were having fun. And that's what I think Skeletor's all about.
I don't think you definitely don't need Jared Leto in there to have that. And even if I didn't know it was Jared Leto, particularly at the end, I think they recorded the stuff at the end first. Because
he's a rough ask, I'll say.
He sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the end. And he's like rolling his R's and stuff, like more than he does at the beginning.
He's rolling his R's a lot at the beginning.
I think that his voice is inconsistent and bad, and I would say that even if it wasn't Jared Leto, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Because I thought the Skeletor design was perfect. Whatever. Like, looks like Skeletor.
I like how his skull moves and the glowing eyes.
You wonder how are they going to make it look like a skeleton is talking? Oh, they just do it in a computer. So there you go.
Yeah. And it's like a goofy, the jaw moves weird. It's fun. I like it. But he shows up. He's like, hey, I want that sword that gives you power over. They tell you early on that the power of Eternia is harnessed in the sword. Power is everything, and they had to put it in a sword so that it could be contained and not used by Skeletor. Blah blah blah. So he corners the king, and we don't see what happens there, but Adam and his mom flee, and then
with help from the sorceress.
The sorceress is like, take that sword and like go to Earth. Don't lose the sword. It's your only way back, dumbass. And then
the sorceress played by the most attractive actress on the planet, in my opinion, Marina Baccarin, Deadpool's girlfriend. She's fucking great. She is criminally underused. Like, this is the only time we see her, I think, until the end, and she's a bird for a lot of that.
Yeah, she's mostly a bird in the movie.
Mostly a bird.
But that's kind of the sorceress.
Yeah.
But Adam goes through a wormhole. His mom's like, send him to where I came from. That's like a lore drop, probably. I don't know. I didn't really.
Her family is from Earth. But I don't think that necessarily was. I can't remember that being part of the cartoon, but it more than likely was something. And also, why you got to do the Superman thing? You don't have to do the Superman thing where you send the guy to another a planet where he'll be safe or whatever.
No, I love that. I love the Earth stuff so much.
Well, here we go. That's what we're gonna.
That is.
Flash
he
forward.
Goes to Earth. He loses the sword. The sword gets sucked out of his hands.
In the warp tunnel.
As he is warping. And then it falls in like a lake we see. And then he falls in a lake. Sword gets flown somewhere else.
Yep.
He don't know where Sword is. He's an adult now. And it turns out all of this narration he's been doing about this whole thing, he was telling to his girlfriend at a bar.
Not his girlfriend. This is a Tinder date. So this is like their.
It sounds like they've been on multiple dates, though.
I honestly,
from when he talks to the roommate,
I thought that he's just been on dates with many women on Tinder, and he on the first date tells them about Eternia. I think that's the joke, but I could be wrong.
She goes, "Did you say Skeletor?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's like a really bad guy."
Yep.
And it was like a fun joke.
Well, so here's the thing.
It's like a fun joke.
Now we get to He-Man on Earth, and I will say this now. I also said it as a 5-year-old in 1987.
He's 25 years old. He's not a child now.
I said this as a 5-year-old in 1987, and I'll say it today, I do not give one fuck about He-Man on Earth. Go fuck yourself.
Did you say this as a child?
It's ridiculous.
What's this?
I could not believe it. I said, hey, Canon Films, we get it. You had no money, so you can't build a fantasy world where this takes place. So you have to have it take place in Toronto or wherever you can afford to shoot it. But He-Man...
Was that the original He-Man movie set on Earth?
Masters of the Universe. Yes. It's not the original He-Man movie. It's the weird... Canon Films had the rights and no money, and they made a He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren, which is good.
I mean,
it's got
compared to this one, it's the original.
Well,
because it's the only film.
No. When you say the original film, you're implying that this would be like a remake of that, and I don't think it is like
the
that.
First one.
Yeah.
This one's kind of. Yeah, I don't. This one's.
I
weird,
hate He-Man on
kind
Earth.
Of a sequel.
I hate He-Man on Earth so much, and I want a sequel too because it will actually take. Actually, the sequel would probably be like, we got to go back to Earth because there's fucking some other shit that was in the pod.
That's the best part of the movie. It's very funny because we had this exchange where you're like, I think I really like the movie, but the Earth stuff killed it for me, and I was like. They were on Earth for 14 minutes.
Because I was so mad. Because after that, I was enraged about the fact that I had to watch anything about him in a comic book store.
He-Man on Earth are that there are jokes every moment that he is on Earth.
I do like some of the jokes.
Jokes.
But
I'm just like, yes, good jokes. I like these.
Sashir
I don't want to
Zamata,
just watch CG guys fight.
Sashir Zamata was okay. I think she's good. I think that there's definitely maybe stuff to like in the Earth stuff, but I think that it generally misses the point of what's cool about He-Man. You could have the jokes.
What's cool about He-Man? There's an hour and 40 minutes of what's cool about He-Man.
You could have
I get
the
15
jokes.
minutes of jokes.
You could have the jokes in Eternia, is all I'm saying. They don't.
They're not as funny. They really are.
Because they didn't do a good job. That's what I'm saying. They could have. I'm saying there's stuff that could have been better. I do say that the Beastman fight that happens on Earth is very cool. I think that.
Yeah, so let's run over it quick. We'll get to the Beastman fight, but it's essentially. I mean, I think that's a good joke too. Is he comes back from telling the narration. The lady's like, "Did you say Skeletor?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude, he sucks." So then she's like, "I'm gonna leave," and he's like, "No, I'm sorry, I laid that on too thick." And she's just like, "Yeah, all that stuff about the sword was crazy." And he's like, "No, you understand, the sword's like a vessel."
Yeah, okay.
She's just like leaves. And I was
seeing
like,
it through your eyes,
good.
Seeing it through your eyes as somebody who wasn't disappointed in 1987. You weren't even born.
Yeah. But then we find out He-Man works in HR at like a company. And he just has a background on his desktop about swords. And every day he posts about 12 times on message boards.
Looking for
Have
the
you
sword.
Seen this sword? And it's a new picture that looks kind of like how he remembers the sword looking.
It's a drawing of the He-Man sword from when you were a kid.
Everyone is very uncomfortable around him because he's a weird freak who just is like,
also,
where is my sword?
Also, he's giant.
Yes,
like that's what I don't like. And again, so let's just talk about it for a second because this is one of the things that I wanted to mention. You come to me and you say, Adam, we're gonna do a He-Man movie. How do we do He-Man? And I say, well, you cast Alan Ritchson from Reacher as He-Man. And then you do what they did in Avengers, what they did in Captain America, the first Avenger.
Absolutely,
where you skinny him down with CG.
It looks bad.
You
looks
skinny
terrible.
him way down with CG.
Have you watched He-Man? In He-Man, he is a ripped guy who just loses his shirt when he turns into He-Man. He's not like a slight man.
I know, but
I have watched enough of the cartoon
but I think
that I know he's.
But
he's wearing the pink shirt
but
all the time.
He's supposed to be a wimp, though. That's the thing. Like he's supposed to be a wimp, and he turns into like a giant. See, and that's maybe
he hits the gym.
We
and
just
Dolph
have
Lundgren's there, and he goes, "Hey, dumbass, be He-Man better." And
yeah,
he's like, okay. I'll try.
I did like that, and so Dolph Lundgren cameo is good. Big ups to the canon film that did have some good things about it, but yeah, man, I just just think that he should be like a little wimp, and then he fucking turns into He-Man.
Wimpy.
But that's what they want you to believe. But I think that they could have.
He's like as wimpy as Prince Adam is. Like that's the thing. Is like Prince Adam's not like a coward. He's not Cringer. He's like wimpy.
Yeah.
But then he is powerful when he transforms into He-Man. Like I'm not, like I don't care that much.
No. I think it's fine.
Like
I think
he's a guy who's trying to look like the guys he remembers from Eternia. So he's like he is trying to be ripped.
Okay.
He goes to the gym and stuff.
All right. That makes sense. He's emulating the heroes of Eternia of his childhood. Okay.
He's also he has the one joke I thought just never landed was his roommate is always watching like The Notebook or like some sobby romance thing and then trying to hide it from his roommate, and I was like, who cares? Right? Like,
dude, this guy
joke.
talks about being from another fucking planet. He does not give it. They're trying to say that watching The Notebook is more weird than thinking you're from a different planet of swords and sorceries. Or okay, well let me say this then. Okay, so you didn't like my Alan Richardson do the CG making him young. I get it, right?
No,
I get it.
Hate it.
Terrible idea for you. I get it
so much.
Nobody's letting
Don't put big body on little head. It doesn't work.
Nobody's letting us make a movie.
Get strong, your head has to be big too. That's what happens.
Nobody's letting us make a movie either way, so it's all conjecture, and that's fine. But I do think that there is a pitch for. You're gonna hate this too. Adam is like a regular guy. Prince Adam's a regular guy, and then He-Man is like the Hulk in the Marvel universe, and he's like a CG giant monster. No, he's like he's all CG. He-Man is just a fucking, and he talks and stuff. But he's giant. He-Man should be a fucking giant dude. Yes.
Who is this for? You need to go look at the He-Man cartoon in which He-Man to Prince Adam is essentially like Clark Kent with glasses to Superman.
If
they're
that's
the
what I
same
wanted,
guy in a different outfit.
But fair. You know what? You're right. And if that's what I wanted,
when they had pure hand-drawn animation.
But if that's what I wanted, I would just watch the cartoon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have access to the cartoon.
You want him to get big?
I want He-Man to be. I want him to be maybe as He-Man is an okay size in this movie. But what I'm saying is, there's definitely a creative option where
sound like Mac and Sonny is just like it needs to just be more ripped.
He needs to be
our muscles to be glistening.
Not glistening. I'm saying like he should be like the Incredible Hulk. Like He-Man should be able to punch the moon, you know? Like and so I think that there is a pitch for that. But boy, I'm really questioning it now with you laughing in my face like I'm a fucking asshole. But no, I'm not really too precious about it. I just think that there's got when you say it's like he's like Clark Kent Superman, and it's silly that anybody thinks they're not, and then they even do a joke about it at the end where he's pretending that it's like a secret identity kind of thing, but clearly it's him. So maybe I'll say maybe I missed the point on some of that stuff, but I do think that gigantic He-Man fucking throwing stuff around and shit.
I think that's a different movie you want at this point, though.
Yeah, it is. I definitely wanted a different He-Man movie to some places. Anything's He-Man. You just say it is, and
sure. Superman kills guys, and he's an evil guy. He kills heroes. Okay, that's Superman. So, whatever you want.
You know, I'm basing my version of the character on Wonder Bread He-Man. Okay, so I guess maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm cutting it a little too close to the bone.
So he is HR gets fired because he's too obsessed with
forgot
swords.
We're still talking about the most compelling part of the film when he's a guy in a t-shirt.
Yep. He is not in a t-shirt. He's
in the pink polo button up.
Pink polo like Prince Adam, which another good touch.
I thought Prince Adam wore a white shirt with a pink vest, but I guess I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You clearly remember this
little pink shirt
thing from my child. I have a Chia Pet Moss Man behind me.
But there's a good bit later where he is back on Eternia in the pink shirt, and Tila's just like, "Why are you dressed like that? Is that how people on Earth dress?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, well, not really. I
don't know.
That's good. That's a good joke.
He looks good. I don't mind I've dressed like that in my day.
He's a tall drink of water. He's a good looking guy.
So he's in HR and
his whole room is hand drawn little kid pictures that he's drawn since he was a boy. He gets pulled to HR because he just keeps talking about swords.
So you didn't think that the scene with him and Sashir Zamato, you didn't think that felt like it was 45 minutes of them in that fucking office? Like
it felt like it was 40 seconds, which I believe it is.
I know. And see, to me, I'm just
I was like, this is good. This is good jokes here.
He-Man should be punching a fucking clawful. He-Man should be punching clawful right now instead of...
I watch an old He-Man cartoon, man. They talk a lot before he turns into He-Man because that stuff's cheap.
Yeah.
But it's also the first half of that sequence is scored to Boys Don't Cry by The Cure, which is fun.
Yeah.
And then they time to music him sitting down at the desk or it's like clonk, 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 clonk. I was like, that's fun. And then she's just like, her character I don't love. Like, she is probably the part of Earth that I'm like the least like, this joke's kind of funny, but it's a little drawn out of just the like, I'm very woke character, where it's just
I think they should have just fired him.
Yeah. She's just like, hey, you're fired respectively, and like, all that sort of stuff. I'm just like, man, this is whatever.
And don't they give him? Doesn't she give him a chance? Even she says, if you can go without talking about swords for the rest of today, I'm not going to fire you. And then he immediately talks about swords. I don't even know
if that's a thing you could say to an employee.
Oh, certainly not, and definitely not in Woke 2 that's coming.
Yeah, but yeah, he gets a thing on his phone that's like, hey, sword arrived, and she's like, you're going to be fired if you leave this office.
That's right. You can't go get that sword you've been looking for years.
Also, there's like a guy in the office that's just like, hey, did what's his name tell you I've been talking about swords? And he's like, no, he's one of many. And then he looks out and the guy's like cowering behind a bookcase and then sees it. This is good stuff.
Yeah, because Adam is a giant who you would expect to be able to kick ass. Yeah.
Well, he's a big man who talks about swords all the time at your HR job. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, definitely.
But then he goes to sword. It's at like a comic shop or something. It's like a
very weird
curio shop.
So you're telling me, let me lay this out for you. So you're telling me this sword fell out of the sky 20 years ago.
I have a theory on this.
Somebody picked it up.
It's not a theory. It's just
somebody picked it up. It passed from hand to hand. And then somewhere down the line, it was used in a standee of a popular barbarian character. Or are there multiple statues like this?
Or something.
Are there multiple? And only one has the sword?
No, here's the thing I will say. I do not think that's the sword. I think that's just a sword that, like, here's the thing. The sword could have even been found by whoever made that character. And it's just like, that's just what the character's sword looks like because they saw it.
And I kind of thought that too, because the sword breaks at the end. So you think
the sword is a toy the entire time is the spoiler. Like, I think it is just looks like the thing because it's just revealed that the power is inside him.
And then he holds the sword over his head. Yeah. So he could have done that with a broom.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he just never did. So he wrestles it out of that thing. As an okay scene.
But hold on. Are you telling me you don't think he ever found another sword and held it up and said, by the power of... Now I'm starting to question this.
Because he knows what it looks like. And that's a weird look for a sword.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But he holds it aloft. He does. It's a pretty good scene because he's just like... Everyone's like, why are you breaking this thing in the middle of a comic shop?
He's like, it's my sword.
Oh, no, I gotta do it. And then everyone's like, I'm calling the police. And he's just like, I'm about to be gone in a second. And he does the like thing and holds the sword up and like, by the power, and nothing happens. And then he just runs out of the store.
But the employee that wanted to call the cops is kind of like, hey, he's pretty fucking hot. Yeah. Like, that's what's so funny. He's like, hey, you can come knock.
A weird joke as well.
You can come knock that. You can knock my statue over any day, buddy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to call the cops. And then he's like, I'm crazy. And she's like, are you single too?
I'm into that. I'm damaged goods too.
And then he goes back home and goes to sleep. And then the cops show up at his house.
The next day, and the cops arrest him, and he's like, "Hey, you can't do that." And I like the jokes between the cops. They keep doing. The one guy does the Highlander joke, and
Yep.
he keeps trying to come up with a joke, and then just does the Highlander joke again.
That's funny.
It's a good
There's
bit.
some funny stuff for kids
And then
and adults.
the guy next to him is playing. I forget
Kids love Highlander.
what song it was that's playing next to him, but that song ends. And Four Non Blondes comes on, and oh man,
Oh, that's
it's the
right.
He-Man song.
Decent needle drop.
It is a very earned needle drop, and it's very good. And the cops get out of the car, and he gets out because Beast Man rips the door off the car, and he's coming after him, and Tila helps him escape. She has shown up. He raised the sword, which sent a beacon to Eternia, and everyone has found his location. So now he's.
So I kind
gotta
of
work
feel
with
like
Tila to
I
get
kind of
back.
feel like the fact that I didn't put together, hey, it was a toy sword the whole time, was because he does hit stuff with it, and it only breaks when
Yeah.
Skeletor. You know what I mean? Like it's so I
Well,
get.
he only hits stuff when he has become He-Man with it. So he's
And this
hitting
he was
people
Prince
with-
Adam at the time.
I think he's imbued some power into
Yes,
the
like when
toy
he
sword.
like how he's supposed to turn Cringer into Battle Cat with his powers, but
Yeah.
instead they just ask Cringer to be Battle Cat, and
Yeah.
then he does it.
Yeah, which I do think, because most of the stuff I have issue with is in Eternia stuff, or because like some of that stuff's goofy and I just don't like
Oh,
it.
they do the Fisto joke 100 times too many times. Like,
Which again led me to believe it was just like, who is this movie for? Because like it is a little too stupid for like an adult audience to be like dialed in the whole time, but it's like definitely way too.
give him head Ram Man,
Crude
like
and
comes out of
violent.
fucking nowhere, dude. Like,
no, it's fairly crude and violent for it to be like for kids.
Yeah.
like, exclusively.
it's literally for the people Brian saw crying in the theater
Yeah.
and their children.
So they get away on Tila's ship. I think Beastman like grabs onto it. Does he go? He gets home.
Yeah,
too.
he gets home his regular way. But the Beastman design we should talk about is pretty good. Good CG Beastman. They
He's
went a
big,
different way with
scary
it.
dude.
Yeah.
I liked it. They never said his famous line from that song.
Go Beastman.
No.
What, dude? What? What the fuck, dude? Like, granted, the podcast was going
have you
okay.
Have you not heard the song where Beastman and Skeletor are like?
Oh
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Never mind. That's a meme.
Yeah.
The famous song. Really, dude?
Yeah,
That's how
the
you
famous
fucking
song.
describe a viral meme? Yeah, you know the famous song. You know, you heard it on Casey Caseman's 40 Tops, you know?
What is viral but famous? But he's with Tila. There's a weird exchange where he's like, "You've gotten so big, and you're not supposed to say a woman's gotten big." So he's like, "No, I mean you've gotten so old." And it's like, "Oh, you're also not to say, age about a woman."
Prince Adam's awkwardness needed some punch up, I think, along the way. There's a lot of him doing the HR speak to the people that I think could have used another pass, but they spent all their money making the Earth stuff tolerable or likable for people like y'all.
I also do like that he, brings his HR
That's
lessons
good,
into
yes.
Eternia, and he's like,
And-
"I'm going to HR solve this Skeletor problem." And Skeletor's like, "No," and he's like,
I'm
"Okay, I'll
just
just
evil."
punch the hell out of you then."
Yep. And Sorceress makes a good case for that. She's like, I wanted you because you're a weak fucking nerd, so it makes sense.
It's also a good bit. He gets back and he's like, "Oh, I'm finally back. It's Ram Man." And he's like, "Why did you call me?
I'm
It's
Scott."
Ram Man." And he's just like, "Why are you calling me that?" And he's like, "You look like a ram."
No, it's because you ram and you're a man.
Yeah, and you're a man.
Yep.
Because what's the best part of this movie is that all the names of the dumb characters are because he was a child remembering them. And so he's just like, you've got a big fist. Your name is Fisto. And he's like, no, it's not. And he's just like, no, I don't fist things. I saw you fist a goblin. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. Like I don't have notes for this. This is pretty okay. And Mechaneck is
the only note I would have is it seems like Mechaneck is actually his name. And Skeletor, Evelyn, Sorceress, all the people that he didn't name also still have corny names.
Well, Sorceress is,
I guess, but
she's just seems to be a force more than a person, so that makes sense. But Skeletor is kind of like a just evil guy name. Evelyn is the one that's a little egregious.
And also he should remember their names because he was old enough to remember stuff. Like he was like he was 10. Like he was 10
years old.
He would know their fucking names. He would have known their names when he was a 10-year-old, you know?
He's rude.
Rude. Fucking where's your HR now, motherfucker? You're making up pronouns for people
excited.
Basically. Fisto.
But also, like, he wouldn't remember Ram Man's name. He didn't know the guy. He just saw him fighting and stuff, you know? He was just impressed by these warriors in his dad's army or whatever. And now I remember him as Mechaneck.
We should probably mention that when he gets to Eternia, it's all just a waste and destroyed because Skeletor is trying to... Skeletor for the last 20 years or for the last 18 years, however long it's been, has been trying to find the power of Eternia to make it his own.
And then another good thing there where they're just like, why is he doing that? It's like, I don't know, man. He's just evil.
Yep.
Like, he's got a skull for a head. That's it.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, good.
And I do like that it takes Adam until the very end for that to break through to him. Yeah. Like he literally needs Skeletor to tell him I'm just a bad guy. Like, and
I like it.
I do like that. Yeah.
I love you don't give Skeletor like a sad backstory or something that's
he just wanted to be king.
Skeletor.
He wanted to be king, but he can't because he's a skeleton man. And he's not in the line of kings.
To destroy the world then. So they get thrown in prison. They meet Idris Elba, who's Tila's dad, who's drunk, and because he's just
he got beat because he got housed by a fucking B team fucking character, dude. Not even Beastman. To be housed by Trapjaw, dude. It's like get the fuck out of here, man.
There's a robot in there that is like a old combat robot that is now just cleaning up his barf whenever he barfs because he gets drunk all the time.
And I didn't even know that was Roboto until they call her Roboto closer to the end. Because I was looking, but that's Roboto who, and then at the end she has the see-through chest, which I was like missing the whole time.
Revealing.
Yeah, and that's of course, you know who that is, who did Kristen her voice,
Wiig,
Kristen
right?
Wiig, yeah,
Wiig.
So,
but yeah, it's a good. They fight. He gets He-Man powers eventually. He rips off Trapjaw's arm and shoots a bunch of guys with it, which is fun.
Yeah, it's a good scene. Good. I like honestly. Now that we're in He-Man zone, I like this stuff, and I did.
It's a little boring for me. I will say there's less jokes. There's more just extended action scenes.
They do need more jokes between and during the action scenes.
Well, it's just like I don't need to see a bunch of CGI ships chase each other for a long time. Like that's not He-Man to me, and that's not really funny, or like the action's kind of boring. There's like the opening of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but he could like, and I did think that they didn't do like. But here's the thing: He-Man is about ships. Like a lot of the toys that they sold were like the ships and stuff. So I thought that was cool to get like the buzzsaw ships and stuff in there.
The buzzsaw ships are, but cool designs that I like.
He-Man should have just jumped from the ship from ship to ship, destroying them, and that sequence would have been 45 seconds, like the Hulk would, like when the Hulk jumps on a fucking jet.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
Shut up.
I edit this podcast. I'll just fucking shut you up.
Yeah, just mute me. But yeah,
welcome to Movies Over My Hammy, sans Andrew later, Andrelator.
Andrew Sans Toro.
Get it? Comic Sans.
But
I know you were talking about Sans being without.
Yeah. I was thinking of Sans Undertale.
Ooh.
No, I think it's just a classic case of like, why movie need be more than 2 hours?
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Like, just.
But I do like the explosions and the punching stuff. But I do think that there should have
some
been
of the fight scenes were cool.
There should have been more and better jokes in the areas between those scenes. Like, and the whole like. They clearly tried to do and then shut down like a will they won't they with Tila and Adam, and I never really got that. She just seems like, oh, this weird kid that I grew up with like clearly had a thing for me, and it's weird.
Yeah, he's kind of crashing on me, but whatever. And then there's like a weird thing between Skeletor and Evil Lynn as well, where like
I don't like
he will
Evil Lynn's
sometimes hurt her,
and she likes it.
It's
a Dom
like,
sub.
will do like a little like
yeah, dude, it's definitely a 50 Shades thing. He's like, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But essentially they're fighting. They get to Skeletor. Skeletor's like, hey, you dumb bitch, tell me how to make this sword work.
Yeah,
he gets the sword from him, and he does the thing, and it doesn't work for him.
One thing I will say about Jared Leto's performance that I explicitly didn't like is when he was doing the Spider-Man speak, not Spider-Man, the Skeletor speak, where he's calling them like bumbling fools and stuff. He just mumbles it, and it's like he really feels like he's like, I can't believe they're making me say this stuff, and it's just like, dude,
there's some level. I'd never want to defend the guy because he's a huge piece of shit, but like. There is some level of joy and correctness in the way he's talking about like the sword dangling between He-Man's legs, and like whenever he's like talking about how horny he is for He-Man, those lines like really work.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Those are the ones that should work because those are funny.
I don't know. Like, I just don't think that Skeletor has a fucking low voice like that, but whatever, like,
yeah,
what,
yeah, it's a choice.
Having Jared Leto in a movie when everything he's done has fucking flopped. Like, what the fuck, dude?
No, he's a bad guy.
Why would you?
Everything he's doing is bad.
I'm truly asking, do you think he has like compromat on fucking people at big studios?
I think he does.
Like, how in the fuck?
Like, I think that the Tron one is the most egregious.
There's no way he should work after that.
Lead face on a project when you are like actively under many investigations. It's just like, why did they put you there?
And I think they had time to fix it after.
Expensive movie.
I think they had time to fix it after Morbius came out too. Like, I think there was time between Morbius and Tron Ares release where they could have fucking righted the ship and got somebody else in there. And I watched Tron Ares, and it's fucking nuts to see Jared Leto on a screen for that long. You're just like, what are you doing?
You're supposed to show up with like big white contacts in and like be blind for a scene in a movie.
It just sucks because they did such a good job with the Skeletor design. Like that fucking the shot that they used in the trailer of the ship gate opening, and you see the close up on Skeletor's face, and it looks like a Ralph McQuarrie fucking painting. Like it looks like Star Wars concept art from the fucking dude. Like that shit ripped.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was pretty okay, but there's essentially they fight.
Well, he didn't do that. That was the designers. Skeletor was like,
I know. I'm saying I like it overall.
Mm-hmm.
They fight. He breaks the sword. Oh no! He sends He-Man through a bunch of like weird little imagined worlds.
So Skeletor also, what I think that they do this quite a bit. One thing that I liked about their version of Skeletor is they're like, he's a fucking wizard. He's not like he's a fucking magic user, and I really dig that
touch. That what's his name from My Hero Academia?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got the touch where he'll rot your skin if he touches you too long.
Dude, yeah.
But yeah, he sends like Prince Adam into his mind palace, and he's like imagining He-Man
so
on
many
Earth
great. I want
a bunch of times.
So many great Skeletor designs.
Humans.
Like Skeletor in the hoodie and stuff. Like he's in the gym.
Yeah.
And
Skeletor working out. The HR Skeletor is. really good.
I hated every line of dialogue as delivered by Jared Leto. Again,
I thought that part was pretty badly written and delivered.
He
but
just
I liked all the designs a lot.
like that's what Skeletor sounds
is
like,
fun.
you know.
I agree a bit. But then he comes out of that, realizes that the power was in him all along.
Well,
and he
because
just
Sorceress
does the
shows
thing.
up in the dream.
Yeah.
And she says, hey, they had to make me look, they had to put old age makeup on Marina Bakarin when they do show her, which I thought was weird.
A good bit too, where he just goes, I think I saw Sorceress. She was a bird. And Teal's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's pretty good.
For some reason, I remember that. I remember that moment of her going, "Yeah, she's a bird." Like, but
Okay.
I wasn't. I'd have to
remember the
rewatch
exact-
it. But yeah, I remember him going.
I just remember the reaction is just like, yeah, or like what?
Yeah,
Like,
there's some
offhand thing.
Definitely a good him coming out of it, and that's when the big final battle.
And he still tries to make peace with him.
Yeah, he says, "Hey,
tries to do his
Skeletor,
HR
let's
stuff.
chat about it."
Let's do it. And Skeletor's like, dog, I'm fucking Skeletor.
I'm just a bad guy.
I don't need to do that. And then he just like punches his head off, basically.
I do think as a writer, there was an opportunity for Spider-Man, or for, why do I keep saying Spider-Man?
I don't know.
For S words, for Skeletor.
Because we're actually recording this right after the Spider-Man episode.
Yeah, like you teleported home.
Yeah.
So Skeletor, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say when I called him Spider-Man. God damn. Oh, they had an opportunity.
Missed opportunity for Spider-Man.
They had an opportunity for Spider-Man to spin in and throw some webs
show
around. No, for Skeletor to just say, I have a skull for a head. Well, remember when she said at the beginning, like,
said
he's
that,
bad.
yeah. He
So
said a skull
instead
for
of
a
him
face,
saying I'm bad, he could have said exactly what she said. And I feel like that moment would have hit harder. But I do think that Skeletor is one of the great bad guys in that he was just a bad guy. There is no they eventually, I think, in comic books probably did some backstory for him or whatever, but it's not like with Megatron where he always hated fucking, where they were like buddies and then something happened. And I guess that probably came through in the future as well. But yeah, I think they do a good job with all the Skeletor stuff, except I think they kind of blew it on the voice. And I don't even think, look, it doesn't have to be... When you have a CG character face, you do not need to cast Jared Leto. Like, it's so weird. I get it. You're not defending
those
it.
decisions.
I just don't fucking like. It could have been anybody. It could have been like in Twisted Metal. They have Samoa Joe playing the body of the clown guy, and fucking Gob Bluth does his voice. You could just, it's a voice acting role. Get a fucking voice actor. Have Mark Hamill do it. Mark Hamill does Skeletor in the fucking Kevin Smith show, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I thought
it was okay.
Yeah, but then they fight.
I agree.
But then they have the big fight.
He-Man wins.
He punches him a lot. It's so much fucking CG and I want to say I thought it was bad the first time I watched it, kind of. But then the second, because the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's just like a fucking X-ray move combo in Mortal Kombat is basically what it looks like. But then I watched it a second time and all the movement, the camera movement and how it edits on the punches. Like they do a really good job with that, showing him being fucking He-Man at the end.
So he wins. He turns Eternia around using HR powers. They are good.
Very strange when he does the joke about how his name was He-Man when he was a kid and all that, right? But then he's like, I'm going to go turn into He-Man. It's my secret identity.
No, they were like, what do you call yourself?
Yeah, he says, I call myself He-Man, and they all laugh. You're going to laugh, he says.
Yeah.
But then after that,
they're like, you have all these names for other people. And he's like, I call myself He-Man. They're like, stupid.
That's a good joke. I liked that. And you knew what he was going to say. But then they're like, this is a job for He-Man. And he's like, I'll be right back. And he's got to go change in secret. And they're like, I don't know why he's doing this secret identity thing. Yeah. And that is weird to me. Like, it was a really strange. Oh, dude, it's a very weird joke.
Isn't he going to do something? I don't remember.
Let's get more.
Orko shows up.
And that's the other thing.
Over the moon about.
I love Orko. Where was Orko? They could only afford to have him be in the Stinger. Like,
he was too busy cleaning his room.
Dude, GTFOH. He never mentioned Orko. Prince Adam never mentioned Orko. He never mentioned
told him to clean his room.
he had a floating
Took a long time.
he had a floating wizard friend when he was a kid. What the fuck, dude?
But then we get another. That was pre-credits, and then post-credits they just show like She-Ra is looking at Eternia or something.
I didn't even watch it to the end. I'm gonna go check that out after
sure.
this.
I
Yeah.
think that's supposed to be her. She's just
Did
like
you
looking
watch-
at it from afar.
Did you watch Netflix's She-Ra Princess of Power, dude?
Nah.
It's fucking.
watch any of those.
It's great. Well, any of those.
Yeah.
It's not like that. Like I know there's a bunch of
Wasn't there a He-Man one?
Yeah,
that
so
was also-
there's 3 Netflix He-Man shows. Technically, there's the one for babies, which is fine, and then there's the Kevin Smith one for adults that love the toys, and then there's
got lots of sex in it.
and then there's not much sex in it, and then there's
adults.
but then there's She-Ra Princess of Power that's about She-Ra having like complicated feelings for Katara. And it's really fucking good, dude. Like that's a good, compelling, character-driven animated show for teens, pre-teens / also people who've had feelings.
Okay,
But-
I've had feelings before,
and
so maybe it'd be for me.
I think I go back and forth on this He-Man movie just because I don't want to like it because I know it's all dead and there'll never be a sequel. You know, it's like just easier for me to be like, it was fine. You know, I hate Jared Leto, whatever, it's writing it off, but
I thought it was pretty good. Too long.
definitely. Oh my God.
It got a bit boring.
So let's kick it into the Pentagon with the Denny's menu, slam the door, light the roof of the thing on fire.
And then say, which one of you looks better? Appearance. I thought the movie looked better than the food.
I thought the movie looked better than the food, but when I saw the trailer looked like AI slop to me when I watched it on my phone for some reason. It might have been like a frame rate thing or something, but I was nervous as fuck when I saw that.
Trailers before movies are finished.
Of course.
And they honestly push out movies sometimes before they're finished.
Here we go.
I saw an
Industry
unfinished
Andrew.
cut of Black Adam.
Here we
when I
go.
was-
Industry Andrew comes out. I know a little something about the industry. I went to Los Angeles last week.
I went to Los Angeles.
Little town. Ever heard
a
of it,
few
Adam?
times.
You fucking moron. You fat
You
idiot.
dumbass.
You shit. You probably took a bad shit
when
this morning.
When I saw Black Adam in theaters on like opening day, it was not finished.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so there's a part in the early part where Black Adam goes to grab somebody and like wail him around the room. And as he reaches out and they become CG, basically, their character just T-poses.
Oh, what? Wow.
Like they didn't. I was just like, that's crazy. I don't think anyone
Did you
else
watch
got
it
that.
since though? And I bet it still
I
looks
haven't
like
checked
that.
it.
I
Yeah,
bet
I
it
don't
just
know if
looked
they've ever
bad,
fixed
dude.
it.
That's fucking funny. So I think the movie looked better though. They did a great job with the mods. Oh, we didn't even talk about. There was a great fight where they're just like, hey, we're gonna throw a bunch of the ancillary He-Man monsters at the He-Man hero guys, and so we got Spikor. That's a big one. Clawful, I believe, was in there with maybe not. Clawful has the lobster hands. Was there a lobster hand guy in there? But definitely Spikor. That Spikor was one of my favorites when I was a kid. And we should have mentioned I loved He-Man as a kid. I was a little too old or a little too young for it. But I had a lot of the toys, and as an adult, I mean, all of these guys most of these are He-Man related.
I love the look. I love the look of He-Man characters. Kelsey bought me this shirt at Universal. It's covered in He-Man guys.
Great, cool. I couldn't tell because of the light in there,
It's
but
subtle.
yeah. And I've got a Mossman Chia pet, and I've also got a Photog toy. Do you know the story of Photog? So in the 80s, Mattel did, and I should have him up here to show you, but it's behind a bunch of stuff. So in the 80s, Mattel did this contest where you got to design a He-Man character. And the person that won designed the character, the mighty Photog, and his head is a camera, and he slows people down by taking video of them. But Mattel welched on the contest and never made it. And the kid who won had a very dicey life. And like you can read these blog posts where it kind of points to him being let down by Mattel as like the kickoff of a lifetime of disappointment. But then Mattel Creations, they did a photog figure like 10 or 15 years ago, and I grabbed one at a con. But yeah,
And now the guy's happy.
no, I think he's dead. Honestly, I can't. I don't know for sure, but I feel like he might be tits
It's a
up.
memorial toy.
Yeah, definitely, he might be tits up.
So appearance goes to movie. Ingredients.
Food
stuff.
I have to give it to the food stuff.
I know.
I can't
me
help
too.
it. I like Idris
They dropped
Elba.
a big rotten berry in the
Yep,
movie.
I like Idris Elba
unfortunately.
even. And honestly, I wanted to hate that Gallatin guy because I had no fucking idea who he was, and it's like, who's this guy going to play He-Man? But he was good. He was
It
good.
was really good.
But yeah,
Yeah, the Leto of it all does lead me to go. That Denny's breakfast is reliable. That shake was good.
It
There
just-
wasn't a rotten ingredient in it.
none of those ingredients probably mailed their cum to one of their coworkers as part of
Yeah.
like a joke or something, you know?
And none of them certainly like knew about that and then decided to cast that person
I just don't get it.
in.
What did they think they gained? Like, wouldn't it be funny if the casting director was like just unfrozen or something? The casting director was just unfrozen. It's like, I think Jared Catalano from fucking My
The
So-Called
30
Life.
Seconds to Mars guy?
No,
Let's get him
even
in.
before that. Like, I think that if all you knew is My So-Called Life, maybe you could say, hey, he could be a Skeletor. But even then, you'd be
What's the
reaching.
pretty guy from Fight Club? Let's get that guy.
Why didn't they get Edward Norton? Should have played fucking Skeletor, dude. God damn it.
I mean, that would have been fun. I was mentioning Leto as the guy in Fight Club.
Oh, that's right. Who gets his ass kicked? Yes.
Angel face or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Writing, movie script versus the product tie-in copy. I got to give this to movie. There's some jokes that work.
Even though
it
they go
runs
to
a little
Earth
long.
for 45 minutes.
They go to Earth for the best 15 minutes of the movie.
The best 1 hour that Andrew's ever seen on screen. Beastman running around.
But also they locked most of the best copy they wrote about these things behind the employee menus, which is really weird to me.
The one thing is, Andrew, I like how you're like, when I complain about something in the Eternia stuff, you're like, that's not He-Man though. Watch He-Man. But then you're like, I love this stuff where he's the guy. And it's like,
'cause
that's
he's
not
He-Man.
He-Man either when he's the guy on Earth. There's
That's not true, though.
There's not
Adam
one
walks
frame.
around on Eternia all the time.
There's not-
just being a guy.
There is not one frame of the He-Man cartoon that takes place on Earth. That's all I will say.
That.
But you said
that's
earlier
not-
that's He-Man. You were telling, you were
I'm
criticizing
saying
me
he's
for
the
not.
character still. He's the guy, but on Earth. That's fine.
He sure
you're
is.
Pitching,
So
you're pitching He-Man, but he's actually the Hulk.
So your favorite entry in the Beastmaster series is Beastmaster 3 when he goes to Hollywood. So like your
don't think
favorite.
I've ever watched Beastmaster in my life.
Oh, dude, we should eat ferrets. We should watch because Beastmaster has these
Eat
ferrets that he's
stoats.
friends with. So that would be the tie-in. Okay, so script goes to the movie, obviously. Other than the fact that they went to Earth inexplicably because apparently they just like Transformers, they feel like things need to happen on Earth.
How did it sit with you? So which one left you like thinking more positively about
The
it?
movie, for sure. My burger was not great. It was dry and it was like sat up there for a long time. I had a kind of a bummer experience with the burger. The shake saved it. So
Yeah, I would agree. There was too much sugar. Left me with a bum tummy.
oh, see, I guess I do get. It's not the sugar for me. It's the dairy that fucks me up tummy wise, and it's primarily if I ate that shake
probably
right
that as well.
If I ate that shake right before bed, I would definitely have milk nightmares.
But what if you ate that shake and then had a big scoop of ice cream on top of pancakes as well?
That I would like. I can eat all the ice cream. There's never been too much ice cream. Like, you know how a goldfish, you know, like a goldfish will get however big their cage allows. I'm like that with a lot of things. Like, there's never too much weed. There's never too much
stomach will get
ice
as big
cream.
as the
I
ice
can
cream.
smoke and eat as much ice cream as possible.
So that one goes to movie. And then to my taste, which one was more to your taste? A He-Man movie or a He-Man Denny's menu? I think I gotta say menu on
So I'm going to give it to the movie, but only because I think that the movie thought I should be one of those guys crying at the theater. You know, I really feel like they tried to get my ass. So they were trying to make it to my taste in a way that the burger wasn't. So I'm going to give it to the movie.
Yeah. And as somebody who had the slam, I thought that was doing what I wanted from Denny's, basically.
Yeah. No, you definitely.
And the movie would have been much more to my taste if he was hanging out in that office building for longer.
Yeah,
or if he went to a mall.
Oh my God! Or
at a mall.
Dude, what if he took an Uber somewhere and had an uncomfortable?
What if he was walking through the mall and that song started playing?
What if we showed him telling more people about Eternia and them looking at him like he's crazy? We could have fit in because we got the cops, we got his roommate, we got the girl. We definitely could have fit in like a teacher at an adult learning annex course, or there's definitely more places for him to look crazy talking about Eternia that he should remember better than he did. But
yeah, what if I mean it's been 15 years, you know. But yeah, so that one goes to movie.
It does go to movie, but
for both of us,
the shake was fucking Skeletor color, dude. Yeah. They did it,
and I liked the tie-in. Yeah. Good job with that menu. I have a very quick game because I made it and I don't want it to go to waste, even though we're running long.
And the Masters of the Universe.
Who?
The food or foe, but not really. It's a foe or foe.
Okay, good. Woo!
These are He-Man characters or not.
I was going to play this game with you, but I got lazy. I was literally, I thought of this exact same fucking game, dude.
Yeah, so some of these are mine. Some of them aren't. Who knows how many of which. Overall, I think there's 8. But let's see. Snout Spout.
Real.
Yes, that is a heroic firefighter distinguished by his cybernetic elephant-like head.
He's got an elephant head, yeah, robot elephant head. I have a Snout Spout in the closet because I also I don't like. It's not like for fucking like it's not like a fleshlight.
Okay.
But no, I just have I do have a handful of He-Man toys from my youth in my bin of stuff.
You know what's great about Snout Spout is that you can clean him in the dishwasher.
And the good thing about Snout Spout is, he's body safe. He's made out of body safe rubber.
Stick-a-brick.
That toy, you'd squeeze him and he'd suck water into the thing and then he'd squirt water out.
Good.
Stick-a-brick?
Stick-a-brick.
So I think that's real, but I'm going to say fake.
A stick man with a brick hand, created in the warfields of Andrew's imagination.
Yeah, I got it. I knew you didn't have the format of the name right on that.
Anger Manger.
Anger Manger. I'm going to say fake.
A fierce warrior in Andrelator's army that tries to control his anger, but when it gets out,
you ain't. Yeah, like he turns into a CG monster.
Yeah. Rio Blast.
Real.
Mm-hmm. Yes, an Eternian gunslinger with weapons hidden in his body.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure Rio Blast was from the New Adventures of He-Man when they did like they did a redesign for the line in the cartoon and the toys fucking sucked and nobody cared.
Interesting. Buzz Off.
Real, he's a bee.
Humanoid bee.
I have Buzz Off is in the tote.
Leader of a tribe of bee people.
Buzz Off is a great toy. His torso was fucking solid, dude. Like Buzz Off was a chunky toy.
Step Ant.
Fake.
A seemingly nice and cordial older woman who claims to be Prince Adam's aunt. But when left to her own devices, she takes to the stairs and becomes an ant, intent on taking as much sugar as possible back to Andrelator.
Okay, Andrelator, got
it. Clamp Champ.
Yeah, Clamp Champ is real.
Yeah, a heroic warrior who wields a large handheld grabbing device. Crabbo Grabbo.
That's fake. And the only reason I know that's fake is, well, it's fake, but they already the closest thing they had to a crab was Clawful, and Clawful had lobster claws that opened and closed with a little thing.
A heroic villain known for walking left and right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's all of them.
Oh,
you got
man.
them 100%.
Of course, you got me on that's my turf.
Yeah. I couldn't come up with any more. I was writing those as I was waiting to get on the call.
I never got into the Matty collector of it all. I never collected He-Man toys as an adult. I was always like, if I was a rich guy, I would have the subscription to the Mattel, because they did a subscription for Matty Collector where every quarter or whatever you would get the toys that and it was expensive, but it was cool shit. It's stuff that looks really good in box. But
so be honest. I'm gonna give you 2 more.
okay.
You know these are real because I'm giving them to you. But would you have known Stinkor?
Yes, of course. So here's the thing about Stinkor.
What if I had called him Odiphus? Oedipus.
Well, that's fake. But the thing
that is his sub name.
Oh yeah, because he's like that's his like subphylum or whatever. But... yeah. So Stinkor was a cool toy because they made it stink. The Stinkor, like, I'm not kidding, dude.
It's not cool.
No, the Stinkor toy.
Not a cool thing.
The Stinkor toy was stinky. It smelled bad. It's great. Like Mossman was covered in moss. Stinkor was stinky.
And then this one, be honest, Mantenna.
Yeah, Mantenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mantenna had was it?
Yeah, I never stood a chance.
Was it Extendo Arms? Like, what was Mantenna's thing?
No clue.
Okay.
I'm trying to click on them. There's no further details.
But no, because there's also like I said, I've said before, Spikor, Clawful. There is also I could be wrong. Let me check and see if this is real or fake or if I'm making this up. I believe
we also have a Blast Attack.
Yeah, Blast Attack. He explodes. Blast Attack was cool because he would explode and then you put him back together.
King Hiss.
King Hiss is awesome. I have King Hiss in the fucking closet. King Hiss was like a rubber snake guy, but you put a suit of armor around him. So he was like, so then you take the suit of armor off and he was King Hiss. See, and honestly, I found Hordak and the Horde to be more interesting most of the time than Skeletor.
Sure.
You know?
I do love Faker.
Yeah, Faker's great. Blue He-Man. He's basically just fucking Bizarro. He's basically Bizarro He-Man.
And nobody can tell that he's blue.
Well, I can't remember exactly that, but I do think it's more of I don't think they're really fooling anybody, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Evil Meteorbs. Of course, are rock people who can transform into animals.
I have a rock person that transforms into a rock.
I love they have the Rhinorb. Or bear.
So these are kind of past my time. Some of these are from the Mattel line, I believe, like the adult line, because I don't know that there was the bear when I was a kid, but like because like they
also have Gorilla,
yes. They
Croco Bite.
You see there's a gorilla appearance in the movie. There's a statue of Gorilla when they're walking through the fucking castle.
The best one and the final one,
Dinosaur, yes, but you missed one of my favorite He-Man characters, Modulok. So Modulok was a character that had a bunch of different arms and legs and heads, and you could either make him like 2 little monsters or 1 big monster that fits together, and the modu of it, of course, was for modular. So he's Modulok.
Stupid.
It's if by stupid you mean that's great. It's they're saving Modulok for the next fucking movie for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait for that next movie, and I can't wait for that next episode of Movies Over My Hammy, which of course will be coming out next Monday, as it always does. But if you can't get enough in the meantime, make sure to listen to older episodes, and if you like them, leave us a review on
Apple
iTunes.
Podcasts. Or wherever your podcasts are given, but that's the one that helps the most. And if you've got anything you want to tell us, a tie-in item or something, it's in the bumper. But just in case, you can email us at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, @gmail.com.
That's it.
Tummy!
And stop.
Thank you for listening to Movies Over My Hammy. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over My Hammy headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, at gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay.